Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to L Dubs Boxing, another live stream. You know what I'm saying? Let me get myself together. What's good with everybody in the building? What's good? What's good? About to drop some boxing knowledge, some gems, talk about the latest news and everything that's going on in boxing. You feel me? Let me salute you guys coming through. My guy, LDTB, what's good, bro? What's good with you? Ben for Media. Yo, what's good with you? What's good with y'all? D Hodges, what's good? What's good? What's good? Salute, salute. So, yeah, man, this live stream, we're just talking boxing as normal. You know what I'm saying? Want to touch on some news and notes, touch on the fight schedule and what's going on in boxing, man. So, yeah. So we got some good news today, you know what I'm saying? Some more big news. We got the Dylan White Povetkin Part 2 is happening November the 21st. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big day of boxing right there. You know what I'm saying? Along with Spence and Danny. So and then you can watch both of them. It's not gonna interfere with each other. So that's dope because when Dylan White got knocked out, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks ago, that kind of brought boxing fans back to boxing for real. A lot of people wasn't even rocking with boxing no more. But as soon as that happened, you know what I'm saying, they started coming back. So I guess it's a good thing. So he gonna run it back and he in the ring quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he should take a little bit more time, but I understand what he's doing. I understand what Eddie doing and how they try and maneuver this because if you look at it, you know, he trying to get back in position that WBC mandatory, and that just confirms to me that um that Wilder and Fury gonna run it back for real on December 19th because why would Eddie have Dylan White get in there so quick after that knockout loss like that? That was a crazy knockout. The Texan was good, bro. Salute, salute. So they're trying to get Dylan White back on the horse, hurry up and get his mandatory, and then he can plead his case. If he win the fight against Povetkin in the rematch, he can say, "Well, look, I got stopped, and like what was that like a couple weeks ago? I came back, I got my position back, so he can lobby for that and get the winner." You know what I'm saying of Wilder and Fury, so he can put himself right back in position. But that could work against him because that was a crazy knockout. And you know, over here in the States, you get stopped like that. I mean, you out for 90 days off the rip. You feel me? So we'll see, man. We'll see. Um, I salute him though, trying to get back in there. And you know, a guy that just stopped you not too long ago. Most guys want to take a tune up or um want to take a lesser fight, but he getting right back in the fire. So salute on that. You know what I'm saying? So Matchroom, they announced a couple of fight cards going down along with Dylan White and Povetkin. But we also have some fight cards they got coming up. You know what I'm saying? Some decent, you know what I'm saying, decent fights. This is more so a hardcore fan type of cards, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people really don't be on this like that, but I appreciate it. It's what's up. Um October 4th, you got Joshua Bawaxi versus Marks Calic, something like that. But I'm interested to see Bowaxi because he's one of the best prospects in boxing. Like, forget about the UK. He a good prospect. 12-0, can punch. You know what I'm saying? Kind of basic, but he do a lot of good things in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And light heavyweight, and he's like right. He's like real high in the sanction bodies. Like in WA, he high like one. I think he's like two or three. So he's right there knocking on the door. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And it's good to see him in the ring. I know he's been out the ring for at least a year and some change. So that's what's up right there. Yeah, yeah. Me and Jalik was discussing that yesterday about the 90-day suspension. Yeah, he probably got that from me though. Yeah, but yeah, that's true though, because you know what I'm saying, they don't even let you spar or train for that amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Even I be saying guys like Wilder, for example, when he fought Ortiz the first fight, he was suspended for a minute, like 60 days or something like that, and he didn't get and he won. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think even when you get like cut, so you get beat up real bad, whatever, you take a lot of punishment and you win, they're gonna suspend you automatically, just a medical suspension, just for precautionary. So yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, this car right here, man, it's an underground car, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a it's for a hardcore fan though. I know people like everybody wanna critique cars, man. I'm just happy about boxing though. You know what I'm saying? You got Chantel Cameron versus Adriana Santos. She got like full last names, but it is what it is. This Santos, what's her name? Rogers Joe, something like that. She was a Olympian. You know what I'm saying? She was an Olympian. I think she got the bronze medal in 2012, and she beat Katie. No, she fought Katie Taylor. She lost. I think yeah, she gave her a good fight, and she beat Jonas, I believe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Chantel Cameron, she a monster though. She can fight. You know what I'm saying? The liquor spot. What's good with you? How you doing? Yeah, Chantel Cameron can fight. So, it's opened up the division. You feel me? Because they fighting for the belt. Jessica McCaskill, she vacated her WBC 140 title when she won all the welterweight belts. So she vacated. So now they fighting for the vacant title. So that's a good one. And then they got that crazy looking dude, Alan Babbage. They call him the Savage. He fought on Dylan White's undercard, the bald head cat. Yo, he's exciting, man. He don't really got too much like of a skill set, but he coming at the bang. So if you like that type of thing in boxing, you know what I'm saying, that's something to look out for. Another thing that was interesting to me, yo, Carissa Shields not undisputed no more, man. That's crazy. I break that down. Yeah, okay, doing good. Yeah, everything is good over here. Just talking boxing. Carissa Shields, she's not undisputed at 60 no more. And that's because she holds belts in two weight classes. So she had to make a choice. So she gave up the WBO. So Savannah Marshall and Hannah Rankin is fighting for that. And we know Savannah is the only one that beat Carissa Shields. So that's a big fight. We still talk about that. And Carissa fought Hannah Rankin. And uh Hannah Rankin is a stablemate of Carissa Shields, a promotional stablemate. So it's basically, to me, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, they building up for Savannah Marshall versus Carissa because she gonna fight for one of her belts. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense for her to come back and get that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm with it. But they fighting for Carissa Shields' vacant WBO title at 160. You know what I'm saying? So that should be a good fight right there. But I expect Savannah Marshall to win. So I think she got the better skill set than old girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I said at first I was tripping, like, yo, why she vacate? But then I started to think about it. I was like, okay. Because if they make that fight, Eddie and Carissa's promoter, Salida, they can make that fight right here. So that tells me they're building up for something bigger. Because I think Carissa's supposed to fight in October against Marie Eve declared the IBF champion at 54, and she'll get her third belt. So, if they can make a deal, I mean, it's good for a future deal. So if they can make this deal, they can make the Carissa fight, and then they got a storyline. So I still want to see it, even though she lost her belt. I still think it don't really mean nothing. Everybody know what it is with her anyway. We know she's the best in that division. JC, what's good, bro? Salute to you. What's going on? So yeah, man. So yeah, they dropped their little fight cards and stuff like that. Match room. You know what I'm saying? I'm still looking forward to what's coming up next week. Next week gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? The Charlo brothers. You know what I'm saying? They in some tough fights. Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario. That's got 3 belts on the line, and that's a dangerous fight for both guys. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like Rosario is a hungry young guy. He's like 24, 25, big, strong kid. And it seems like to me, it's like he's still raw. And like maybe he don't even like know no better. You know how like some people just good, they just don't know why they're good, whatever. And I don't think he tapped into his potential yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, maybe he know what he's doing, but I think this is a dangerous fight for Charlo early. You know what I'm saying? And but I think I have a gut feeling Charlo gonna come into this fight and try to put the pressure on Rosario and try to push him back, which is not a bad idea because that would have him thinking if you have the aggressive guy that can punch and he can box and he put you on the back foot, then what Rosario gonna do then? You know what I'm saying? What he gonna do? Do he know how to box? We haven't seen that. I seen Rosario is like heavy on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? He like to come forward and exchange with you. You know what I'm saying? And he heavy handed, man. So pushing him back, it's not like a bad idea because he's not gonna have the momentum to throw those big shots. You know what I'm saying? He'll be on the back foot and something. He might not have the leverage like that. So that's a good little strategy. I was watching Jamel Charlos's workout, and it looked like that's what he was working on, trying to come forward and put the like he was on, what I'm saying, on the attack on the front foot. You know what I'm saying? So if he coming in with that mindset, that's dope. That's dope. He just gotta be mindful of the counter shots. Because if that guy gets you hurt, it might be a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And on the other hand, you know, Rosario, he won't that fight, but I don't think he want to be backing up. He want to be able to be in a position where he can exchange with Charlo, because I think that's like the only way I can see him winning. You feel me? I think that's like the only way, because I can't see him all boxing Charlo. Yeah, so that's gonna be a fun fight. That's the main event actually. You know what I'm saying? And the way they doing that, it's kind of unique. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody know about that, but I have it right here. Um, so the first they had like 2 parts of it, right? The first part is Jamal Charlo gonna headline it, and the first fight is Javier Casimero versus Duke Micah, 118 pounds for the WBO title. That's a good fight right there. That's gonna be fun. Um, Casimero, his idol is Manny Pacquiao. He from the Philippines, and he got that bounce in his step, like to jump in and throw big shots. You know what I'm saying? And Rene Bachon was good. He like to jump in and throw big shots. He got like a little um quirky little style, but he can punch. And he's a 2 division world champion. He's straight. Micah is he's a strong kid. You know what I'm saying? He's young, 24. He's 24-0 with 19 knockouts, trained by Andre Rozier. Big time puncher. You know what I'm saying? Athletic. He gonna come to fight. So that's a fun fight to open up the show, the Charlo show. Then you got Brandon Figueroa versus Damian Vasquez. This kind of a one-sided fight per se. I think my man Figueroa definitely has the advantage. Um, yeah, he definitely has the advantage. He's just gonna all work him and throw a ton of punches. So that's a fun TV fight. So not really mad at that. And then Jamal Charlo versus Derenchenko, which is a good matchup too, because you got 2 guys, top 5 guys at middleweight, no matter how you want to rank them. Some say this is a big test for Charlo. Me looking at the styles, I don't even know, man. I think it's a bad matchup for Derenchenko, in my opinion. I'm gonna be listening to you tonight. Help me get through this shit. All right, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to help. I'm gonna help you. Yeah. Um, so Charlo, I think this is a good style for him to face because you got a shorter opponent that I think Charlo he can control him with the jab. Charlo haven't been in the last couple of fights. He haven't been really using the jab like that and his uppercut. he kind of got away from that. I like this. I think that's gonna be available for him tonight. I mean tonight on the night of the fight because Derenchenko, he like to bend down. You know what I'm saying? He'll bend down into the punches sometimes, or he'll have to get low, and that's what Charlo can catch him with a nice uppercut, left or right hand. Definitely get the jab going. You know what I'm saying? But Derenchenko ain't no punk. He gonna come to win. He gonna use good angles to try to get inside. Sometimes Charlo is a little bit too stiff, and he get hit with a lot of flush shots sometimes. But he got a good chance, so we'll see if Derenchenko can hurt him. But I don't know. I think Charlo got this. If he just keep the distance and this jab and dictate the pace, I think he might get a late stoppage though. Yeah, these upcoming fights, they kicking off with a bang. I like it too. That night right there gonna be crazy though, with all them fights right there. Good fights too. And then after the first part of the pay per view, then they're gonna have like a 30-minute intermission or whatever. I guess they're gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do. So that'd be a good time. Like if you want to take a break, get something to eat, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Get some brew, whatever you're trying to do, and then come back for the second part. The second part, um, you got Danny Roman, former unified champion, 122 pounds. He's facing Juan Carlos Payano. That's a WBC title eliminator for the number 2 spot. You feel me? So, um, so Dan Ramon getting right back in line. You feel me? And then the co-main to that is Luis Neri versus Aaron Alameda. That's a good fight. 2 softballs. Renee Barshon was good. And I'm interested in that fight, man, because Neri, he been missing weight like his last 3 or 4 fights. You know what I'm saying? He got kicked out of Japan basically. Can never go back there again for missing weight and uh testing positive for PEDs, all types of shit going on with him. So he hasn't been the most committed fighter. But he got a new trainer. He's with Eddie Reynoso, Canelo's trainer. So maybe he get himself together. And Alameda is a good fighter, good puncher, undefeated. You know what I'm saying? They got the southpaw class. It's gonna be a southpaw class, and this is for the vacant WBC because the champion Ray Vargas, he broke his leg, so he can't. You know what I'm saying, he can't compete for a minute. So these guys gonna fill the role, and then you got Dave Ramon. He's gonna be the if he win, he'll be the mandatory. He'll be the second mandatory. The first mandatory would be decided between um Carlos Castro versus Christopher Diaz. That's a top ranked fight. Probably like in October. So, you know what I'm saying? Things are shaking though. You know what I'm saying? Some good fights coming down the pipe. And I know these smaller fighters don't get a lot of love, but these are some good fights because if you look at it, these are like top 10, top 5 guys fighting. And whenever you have that in any division, no matter what it is, you're gonna have some good fight, some good work right there. Yeah, a lot of great fights, man. Love it, bro. Yep. Bruce goes, what's good? What's going on? So, and then Jamel Charlo, he gonna be the main event of the whole entire show. You know what I'm saying? The second part of it with Jason Rosario. So that's gonna be a hell of a fight, hell of a card. I'm definitely getting it, man. I don't care. Yeah, I know the price is crazy, but I knew about this from a minute ago. So you know what I'm saying? I started to save a little bit, you know what I'm saying, throughout, my paychecks and whatnot. So I know when it's time to come, I have no doubt. So definitely, definitely gonna get this pay-per-view. That same day though, it's crazy. Um Early in the day, man, you got one banging fight, then you got one they got a top fighter that we all want to see fight. The banging fight is Dorticos versus Breeders. That's on the Zone World Boxing Super Series final. About time, so that shit took forever. This for the IBF title that Dorticos have. And I think it's the Ring magazine might be on the line. These are the 2 top cruiserweights. And like I said, these guys don't get a lot of love too, but they basically like a big dinner meal from being a heavyweight, for real talk. And both of these guys can punch. It's a real 50-50 fight. It's one of those fights that you can't blink because we seen Dorticos versus Tabiti, and that fight was kind of like this lulling, this looking dry. Tabiti won't doing nothing. And all of a sudden in the 10th round, Dorcos led this big right hand out of nowhere, and that was it. You feel me? And Breeders can punch. Breeders went up to heavyweight and knocked out Char, had him sleep again on the bottom rope. It was crazy. Uppercut had him sleep. You know what I'm saying? So he can crack. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna, man, that fight gonna be crazy. And that's like an appetizer. You feel me? That's an appetizer. Get you ready for the pay per view. So I'll make sure, man. I dedicate that Saturday. Man, look, it's all boxing, yo, for real. Like phone gonna be shut off. Ain't gonna be nothing going on but boxing, and that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be on the zone. Then you have Josh Taylor, unified champion at 140 pounds, one of the best fighters in the sport, young fighters in the sport. You know what I'm saying? He only got, I only think he got what, 16 fights. Um, had a damn good fight with Regis Prograis, one of the best fights last year. And he's coming, looking to undisputed. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to undisputed. He just signed with Top Rank, so he can set that fight up with Jose Ramirez. There are some roadblocks in between that, but he's facing his IBF mandatory, um, a Ping Konsong, something like that. He's a big puncher. He got just as many fights as Josh Taylor. I believe he's 16-0, 13 knockouts, if I can remember off top, and he can punch, but he's unheralded. Nobody really heard of him. You feel me? Like if you see him, you're like, who is this guy? If you see his name on the on the schedule, you're like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? But he can crack a little bit. I don't think he have none for Taylor, but we'll see. Neutral Natural, what's good, bro? I don't know if he have anything for Taylor, but it should be interesting because, like I said, I love watching Taylor fight, man. The young fighter, 829. A young fighter, 829. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. He got a young record though. How many fights he got? How many fights he got? Yeah. But I appreciate that though. Some fighters they might start late, but no, I feel what you're saying. Taylor, he's not a young fighter per se. He about to hit 30. Stormy B, man, what's good? Salute, salute. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, but I still want to see Taylor fight. 29, I don't care. I still want to see him fight because I believe he's one of the best fighters, and he's coming off that performance. And to me, I got some questions because I want to know how where he's at with that because he took a lot of punishment in that fight too, same as Regis. That was a tough fight, bro, for both guys. How he bounced back from that, been out the ring, what, close to a year? I don't know, probably almost a year, whatnot. How he look? He got a new trainer, Ben Davison. You know what I'm saying? How's that? He was going through like a court issue with the McGuigans, like, and then he had that situation with the racist comment with the about an Asian guy, I think, a bouncer or something like that, and he fighting an Asian. So how that stuff work, man. Is my is You never know how this stuff gonna work. But the main thing I want to see how he bounced back because he took a lot of punishment. His eye was closed shut when he fought Regis, and those type of fights when you fight these top guys and you take a lot of punishment from a top guy. Sometimes you're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're not. It might be nothing. It might be much ado about nothing for me. But as I look at stuff, sometimes you might not have it no more. Hey, what's good, bro?
Yeah.
What's going on with you, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? My man L Dub. I had to come come on your show because obviously, listen, you're big on boxing Twitter, man. You know, I actually get DMs about you all the time. Is it? I gotta ask you a question. Is it true that you don't talk about anything except for boxing?
You talking about just on boxing Twitter, but in my life, I talk about everything.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
My, my my boys hit me up. They was like, "Yo, see if he would talk about anything else other than boxing."
Yeah, yeah, of course I would.
So whatever stuff you talk about, man, I'm just curious.
Nah, I like, what I'm saying, I talk about anything, hip hop, what's going on in the world,
Okay,
uh,
okay,
anything.
okay.
Nah, I know it may
Because
seem
they
it may
said,
seem like that. It may seem like that because I'm only on there because it's about boxing. I don't bring
Okay.
nothing else to it. That's why.
Because they said they've been following you for a minute and you have never tweeted about anything except for boxing since they've been following you.
Yeah. Hey, hey, to the chat, man. Salute to the chat, man. This is my man Matt Brown, man. We like maybe what 2 months ago we did a live stream, man. Drop some gems. That's in the description box too. You want to go back and listen to it later. But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about some boxing or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Of
And
course.
yeah, yeah. That's
You
my
know what's
man right
funny though?
here.
I was listening back to the the podcast. Well, I call it a podcast because that's what I'm used to calling it. But the live chat that we did, and it garnered a little bit of interest. I was pleasantly surprised. You know, people like the mix. You know,
Yeah,
so when I told my guys that I'm be coming back on this show, they was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's the one that you did the whole boxing schedule and all that stuff with." Right? I was like, "Yeah, that's him." So
yeah.
we're gonna chop it up again, man. What you been talking about so far?
Now I was talking about the Charlos card, talking about Dylan White and Povetkin part two. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Talk about the match room. Their schedule they announced today. There was 3 cards they announced. This little, here and
What were
there.
your thoughts on the schedule that they announced?
I mean, it's a hardcore fan type of cards. It's not really crazy.
Oh,
Um,
stop it.
it's not really crazy to me.
Stop it. No,
I'm being
no, no.
honest.
These are not even hardcore fans cards. The, these are garbage. So let's go back. PBC announced their schedule. We was
Yeah,
excited, wasn't we?
we was because we wanted to see boxing back, and that was like in July when we did it. So yeah, we was
Yeah,
hyped.
yeah.
Yeah.
Top Rank announced their schedule recently.
Hmm.
They had some pretty good fights on there, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So now you telling me when Eddie Hearn said, "Oh, multiple fight announcements coming tomorrow," so you wasn't rubbing your hands together like Birdman, and then when he announces, first of all, these are all fights that we already knew were taking place, and the exact dates that we already knew,
yeah,
because Ritson versus Vasquez was on. Remember, I told you that was the only thing scheduled on the zone for October 17th
yeah,
for the rest of the year. Um, we know that Dorticos versus Briedis was announced since September 3rd as being on the zone the 26th. We knew that White versus Povetkin was either going to be the 21st or the 28th of November. And we knew that Boatsi was going to be the test card for fans, and he was going to be fighting click, how you say his name? Clickage?
Calic, something like that. I don't know his name.
Some shit like that. So when Matchroom announced their quote unquote schedule, I was like, eh, that was very, it was corny. The best way I could put it. It was whack. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it was whack. I know you love all the boxing, but that shit was whack.
I feel you. I was excited about the females more than anything.
You talking about Breakus versus McCaskill part two?
Nah, nah, nah. I'm talking about Savannah Marshall fighting for one of Carissa Shields' belts.
Oh, so you mean the belt that they just lifted from Clarissa Shields out of nowhere
Yeah, but
and
is it
been
out?
giving
Is
it
it out
to
nowhere?
out of nowhere?
You think so? I think it's a what you call it, negotiation thing. Because um Marshall is fighting one of Carissa Shields' stablemates. She signed with Salia's promotion. So if it's easy to make that fight, why can't it be easy to make Carissa versus Savannah Marshall if she win? Because that's the fight everybody really want for real.
Was Clarissa Shields allowed and given the opportunity to declare her intentions with the belt?
I don't even know. Probably behind the
Come
scenes.
on, cut the
Probably
crap.
behind the scenes. I don't
No,
know. But which one
no,
makes
money talks. We saw how Eddie bought a title opportunity out from under Michaela Mayer. Okay, we
he
saw
tried
how
to?
Eddie tried to buy Eva Brodnicka, the one who be having her titties out. We
Yeah.
saw how he tried to buy that and keep her away from Mayer. Eddie is trying to buy women's boxing. Maybe this is the experiment that we talked about before. Remember, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Eddie talked about he wanted to run boxing like UFC. Run women's boxing. It's cheaper.
Yep. I don't know. I got a different viewpoint though, because I think she know about it. I think she know. She know them rules. Like these fighters act like they don't know these rules. They don't know about the sanctioned body's rules, yo. I know. I'm pretty sure they told her that she gotta make up her mind. The WBO's the only one don't let you keep two belts in two different divisions at the same time.
With
So I'm
men,
pretty sure she know.
with
I,
men, they're in the infancy. With women,
they didn't do it with Katie Taylor when she won the
but
WBO. They told her
they're
she had
in
to
their
drop that.
infancy with women, though. I think that until women's boxing is fully established, women should be allowed to fight for all of the belts they can make the weight for and keep them
Yeah,
all
yeah, I'm with
and
that.
let them go up and down in weight.
But look, let me tell you though. So if Savannah Marshall can get down to 160, win that belt, you trying to tell me Carissa can't get that fight and it's not big?
Let me explain
You don't
something
think
to
so?
you. Savannah Marshall ain't gonna fight Clarissa Shields.
Okay. Hey, I heard that.
She ain't
I
gonna
heard.
do it.
I heard you tell me that before. We're gonna get on that too.
She ain't gonna do it. Now, what were your thoughts on White taking the Povetkin rematch so soon?
I mean, I don't like it personally for me because I think you'll need at least another month or two to get yourself together coming off that big knockout. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But in a way, I don't like it. But if he feel like he want to do it, he gotta do it. Right. The only reason why he doing it is because they know that Wilder and Fury is gonna happen December the 19th. So they want to get him back in position so they can
Doesn't
like
matter.
plead
He's
their
not
case.
gonna be back in position.
I'm saying he'll probably be the mandatory, but, but that shit might get pushed back to like another year though. So at least he can say, "Oh, I'm the mandatory or I'm the interim champion, whatever." But I know it's gonna get pushed back another year. I know it is.
He's
So
not gonna
yeah,
be the mandatory, even if he wins the rematch.
okay. Why not? What happened with that?
What the WBC is going to do is they will order a final eliminator instead.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, the WBC is angling towards undisputed at heavyweight. So what they're going to do is no matter who wins Povetkin versus White, they are going to be required to fight a final eliminator. Because why are they the interim champion? Because the heavyweight champion is busy right now.
Hmm.
The heavyweight champion has bigger fish to fry. So the WBC is going to allow the real heavyweight champion to fight against Deontay Wilder, and then whoever wins Wilder versus Fury, they are going to be allowed to go challenge for undisputed in the summer of 2021.
Okay. I'm with that. I can see that.
Now, you
Definitely.
said you were also talking about the Charlo card. What about the Charlo card?
Yeah, man. I like it. I know. I was talking about. I know people didn't like the price tag, and I understand. But I'm different, so I'm gonna get it anyway. But
What
I
do you
was
mean
talking.
you
I'm talking.
understand? Why do you understand that people don't like the price tag?
Because of what we're going through right now in the world. You know what I'm saying?
What
This
does that
pandemic,
mean?
people late.
So nobody's doing anything right now. Everyone's not spending any money on anything right now.
No, they spending money, but I'm saying, you know how fans are. I'm speaking about the boxing fans. They complain about every little thing. You know what I'm saying? They get a bomb card, then they complain. They get one good fight, a main event, and then some trash fights, they complain. They never happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm referring to. You know what I'm saying?
Um, what is your favorite fight besides the two main events on the Charlo card?
Casamire, what's the name? Casamero versus Micah Duke, Duke Micah. That's my favorite fight on that card right now. Other
Yeah, you
than them,
think so?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Which one you like?
It's a good question. That's a good question. I like Brandon Figueroa, to be honest with you. His fight against Damian Vasquez, because even though Figueroa was the favorite, he has no defense.
Hmm.
He always finds himself in a war. So I'm looking forward to seeing him and Vasquez try to fly each other's heads off.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I think all of them except for well, I think that might be the weakest one. I think Figueroa gonna beat him. It's gonna be fun, but I think he gonna beat him. But
What you said the
what's-
weakest one?
I think that one is the one you said, Figueroa and Vasquez. I think that's
Mm.
kind of it might be one sided. I think Alameda and Neri gonna be fun. Two
Oh, I can't wait
softballs.
for that. Listen. I love El Pantata, Mr. Lewis Neri.
Yeah.
That's anybody that rocking with Canelo. I'm rocking with them because I'm Team Canelo all the way. Okay, and free Canelo, by the way. I meant to say that when I first got on. Free Canelo. It's always free Canelo. Get him out of the grasp of this disgusting network, the zone that does not deserve to be in my country. Okay, we need to build a wall around the zone and get them out of the United States of America.
Yo, hey, I see he trying. They got that purse bid next week, the 21st. Him and
Yeah.
Yildirim. So we're
Now,
gonna see.
what are you predicting is going to happen with that? First of all, do you think we're actually going to get the purse bid? And
Uh,
second of all, if we do get the purse bid, um, who do you see attempting to win that?
I think it's gonna go the purse bid. I don't think they're gonna work out a deal. If they do, I'll be surprised. And if they do, it'll be a concession to Canelo from the zone to just take care of him. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's going to purse bid. And I think, you know, I think PBC going to try to win it. But I also think it's going to be some more people going to try to win it too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think so. Because what they going to do with Canelo versus Yildirim? What they going to put it at? Like, I know they got Fox, but are they booked? How they gonna do it? Like December the 7th, something like that? How they gonna what they gonna do that at? December 5th?
Well, isn't it standard for when you do a purse bid, you have to put it on within I think 90 days of the purse bid?
Yeah, something like that. 90. Some got like 90 or 120. Yeah, it's something like that though. Yeah, yeah.
So I guess that's what we'll see. Now Eddie Hearn, interestingly enough, has come out and said that he wants the WBC to order Callum Smith versus
Mm,
Yildirim for that belt, which is interesting to me
yeah.
because they already made their order. So does Mr. Eddie Hearn have a little inside info that this purse bid is not going to come to fruition next week?
He might. He got a good point though because the WBC did order with Cal Smith as the secondary mandatory. I remember that. And it makes sense really if you know what I'm saying because Canelo he's not committed to that division to me, in my opinion. He can go either way. So why you should be committed to him when you can just keep your stuff going when he can move around and drop the belt and I don't even think he shouldn't be fighting for no belts. Just fight. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want the belt.
But when Canelo asked to be the mandatory for the WBC super middleweight belt,
Yeah.
a lot of boxing Twitter and boxing fans were lambasting Canelo, saying, "Oh, why does he want to fight Yoder? Oh, he's cherry picking, blah 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 blah. It's not a good fight." I wonder if these fans are going to have the same energy if it's Callum Smith versus Yildirim.
No, because it's Canelo. I think I seen some people say Canelo wasn't asking for the fight when Benavidez was the champion. So now he wanted because Yildirim, is because it's vacant now. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's stupid because Yildirim was already confirmed as the mandatory when Benavidez was the champion.
Yeah, yeah,
So Canelo theoretically couldn't jump the queue because the mandatory was already ordered and called.
right, right.
But
I
people, I
know.
guess people don't think rationally
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Canelo.
yeah. I'm cool. Actually, I'm cool with the fight. Look, if they put that fight, let's say PBC win it, and they put that on Fox, free Fox, man, that'd be crazy, yo. Because everybody watch that. Everybody tune in. I think that's the type of fight you want to have on Fox because Yildirim come to fight. he gonna make Canelo go in his bag just a little bit on his counter punching abilities. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, and then he gonna get he
Canelo's
gonna
gonna
stop him.
send him straight to hell, bro.
You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be something like the Alfredo Angulo fight. So
Canelo, I think
yeah,
Canelo will get rid of him within the first 4 rounds.
see what I'm saying? But that put that on Fox, not no pay per view though. So that's why I understand. I don't
It
understand
got to
why
be pay per view because realistically,
why.
because if you're winning a purse bid to bid on it,
Uh huh.
you're not. How much is going to take to get that fight? I think to get a Canelo fight, you're gonna have to overbid. I'd say maybe 40 or so million dollars.
For real? Ain't
Yeah.
nobody ain't nobody ever bid $40 million for no fight. I
Um.
said the
When
highest
has
I seen.
Canelo ever
Go ahead.
been part of a purse bid?
Not never. But I'm just saying. Well, that goes to your point where you thinking they're gonna get worked out, which probably make more sense. But the highest purse bid I ever seen was Klitschko versus Povetkin. You know what I'm saying? That was like 23 million. That's because he got the billionaire promoter. So I don't think nobody's dropping that down right now. Not in
I
no
feel like there was
pandemic.
a Holyfield fight that set the record for a purse bid
Purse
back in the
bid?
'90s.
Okay, I'll look that up then. Definitely. I
Yeah,
want to
I,
learn.
I don't fact check, by the way. I pride myself on never fact checking. So don't expect me to fact check. You can fact check if you want,
Okay. Yeah, I
but I
want to learn.
believe the record was it was a '90s heavyweight fight. I believe Evander Holyfield was involved.
Okay.
Um,
Man, right now, who got $40 million right now? Which promoter got that?
come on, you know who it is. Uncle Al, baby. Come on, stop playing.
He
See,
ain't dropping
you
no 40
playing,
million.
man. Uncle Al got money.
He ain't dropping no 40 million. I can see him dropping like about 15, maybe like
No,
12 to 15.
you think Canelo's gonna fight for $8 million?
Shoot. I mean, unless he work out a deal, some pay per view, some outside the country or something. I don't know. He should have connections by now,
Because the
but
split is 50-50.
50-50, right?
Yeah, it's
But
50-50.
maybe he can get into that Turkey market. You know what I'm saying? You're from Turkey, right? Let Canelo get 50-50 of that.
Man,
It's
Turkey ain't
way
got no money.
it's ways you can make your money though. I doubt if anybody got $40 million, so it might make more sense for Yildirim to get that to get a deal worked out. You know what I'm saying? Just give
Well,
me a
what we do know is that Al Heyman is involved,
mhm.
according to Yildirim's manager.
Yep.
So expect Tom Brown to pop up and try to bid on that fight and get that fight.
Yo, why can't Mayweather get it? He got all that bread, right? Why he can't win it?
That's a good
Ellaby.
question. It's a very good question. I think Mayweather is going to sit this one out though. He
Okay.
got other things to focus on. He needs to focus on Javante Davis.
Okay. So he gonna leave Canelo alone.
Yeah, he got listen.
All right.
Javante he has his biggest pupil on the cusp of superstardom. I think he's focused on that right now and nothing else.
Yeah, he protecting his investment. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I see your man's is laughing at me saying $40 million. Listen,
Yeah, man. That's a lot of bread.
you gotta understand. When have we ever had the most popular North American fighter go to a purse bid? It hasn't happened.
And I haven't seen it. It's better to negotiate and work out a deal because
No,
you're gonna make the most
but you're
money.
not going to
You know.
negotiate and work out a deal, and here's why. Canelo has his case that
Yeah.
he's trying to win. So to me, if he can't get all the disclosures from the Zone and Golden Boy that he wants, what he's gonna
Hmm.
do is he's gonna take the L, force this fight to go to purse bid, so that the Zone and Golden Boy cannot stand in the way of the fight.
Right. But you say it's 50-50 split. Somebody gonna
Yes.
bid 40 million. So usually gonna come out like a fat cat.
Yo, listen, it's his lucky day.
Yeah.
It's his lucky day. He
I
picked the.
don't
He
know.
picked the. He should be happy he won the Canelo sweepstakes. This is
Right.
this is why Jamal Charlo turned down the alleged offer from Oscar, because if his fight would have went to purse bid with Canelo, he would have
Hmm.
been entitled to 45% of the winning bid. When you have a situation where you can go to purse bid with the most popular fighter in North America, you don't negotiate. Let that shit go to purse bid. Let it go to purse bid, because I'm telling you, someone is gonna bid a stupid amount on a Canelo fight.
I want to see that then, cause I doubt it. I think it's gonna be something like it's gonna be no more than 15.
No, oh my God, come on.
No more.
If
No
you're
more.
if you're only bidding 15 million on a Canelo fight, then you're not trying to win it.
Hey, that's gonna
You
because
don't
then
think
you
Al
got to think
Heyman
about.
wants to get
Go,
Canelo in the PBC universe, even for just one fight, so he could see what life is like on the
no,
good side?
not for one fight because it's like you gonna break the bank on one fight, then he gonna ghost on you. You know what I'm
No, he's
saying?
not. No, 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 no.
He
He's
gonna
not gonna
ghost.
go ghost on you. He's not gonna go ghost. But you know, a lot of times, poor people, they don't really know that they poor until they live in the rich nigga life for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when poor people go on vacation and it's all inclusive, and then they
Yeah,
go back to their shitty apartment and they depressed?
yeah.
That's gonna be Canelo if he gets to go to the PBC universe for one fight, get treated like the king that he is. He's the star. He don't got his promoter all up in the videos and all of that. He ain't gonna have that. He's gonna be the star. He's gonna be the center of attention. This is Canelo, and then he's gonna go back to shitty Oscar with his coked up nose, his fake mustache. He's gonna go back to the Russian oligarch with his blood money. Come on, man. I think Canelo is fighting for his freedom, and this is a step to fight for his freedom.
Mm, I don't know, man. Look, what about this? You remember the zone was talking about giving him half of what he making. What's that, 17.5 or something like that? What if he get that in this fight right here
Yeah.
with and then just to go over there, you know
Why
what I'm
would he do
saying?
that? He said no. He said no to that already.
Because I think it's
He
more
already said
to
no to
it with
that.
the zone. I know, but it's more to it with the DAZN stuff because they promised him fights with Triple G that he don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? They put him in a fight and he ain't even talked about it. That's why he gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? So they already broke the trust. But I'll come to him and say,
Well,
look, we can give you half of that, and maybe if you can get out that contract, we can work something out long term. Then I don't know how that stuff be working though.
there's another promoter who I haven't heard named who can bid on this fight.
Who's that? Top rank?
No, Canelo Alvarez Promotions.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He could.
Bid on your own damn fight. Take
You pay
control of
yourself.
your own fight, and then you can shop your own fight to another network. I guarantee you, Steven Espinosa would
Mm,
love to do a Canelo fight a la carte.
mm. That makes sense. That's a good now I'm with you. So he gonna bid $40 million on himself and then sell that to Showtime and let them do the venue and all that stuff. And okay,
Exactly.
see, okay, when you put it like that, now we make it. Now I got you. Now we here. But that other
Man,
stuff, just
Canelo back on
come
pay
on.
per view is gonna be a big deal. It
Okay.
is time Canelo gets away from that fledgling no good app. Okay. And
Mm,
every time I mention the zone, I'm gonna talk shit about them because the zone does not deserve to be in the great sport of boxing. They have disgraced our wonderful sport that we love, man.
yeah. Yeah, man. It's the way Eddie came in. If he would have came in with the with a different mindset instead of going to take over the world. And then because
First
they
of all,
try and
first
run them
of
out of
all,
business. Go ahead.
think about this. How does how dumb does the zone look that they entrusted $125 million annually to Eddie Hearn to build the zone in the United States, but Eddie Hearn's own fighters are not considered premier opponents by
That's
the
crazy.
zone.
That's
Like, how
crazy.
stupid do you? Why? So why the fuck did you work with him?
I know. Yep. Because he probably
It's
was
just
promised.
stupid.
He probably was promising them Charlo and this guy and that guy, and he couldn't. He couldn't follow through with that. So it's crazy.
And how stupid does Tevin Farmer look?
Oh, he looked crazy now. He was. He thought he was getting the. He thought he was a man, and he lost.
Now I have a question. That
Yeah.
my guy, I know you've probably seen him on boxing Twitter, Ranger Rollins, aka Deuce, of the
Yeah.
Sunday Puncher podcast. He wanted me to ask you. Okay,
Okay.
he wants to know from you, who is Demetrius Andrade gonna fight next?
Man, I don't even know, but I can give some guesses, man.
Let's hear
All
it.
right. At first, I was saying it was gonna be that guy Patrice Benoit, something like that from Canada, but
Okay.
he ended up he just got ordered for IBF mandatory for Triple G. The Solin brothers won that, so he out. Thinking about
You
the
talking about
rankings,
Camille Zarameta?
no, no, Zaramella, he's not the mandatory. He's just number three. He's fighting a guy from Poland. Not Zaramella. It's another guy. I think his name like Warshik. Patrick
Wait,
Warshik.
wait, wait,
I
wait,
can't.
wait, wait. Hold on. You just wait. Did you just say the IBF ordered someone besides Zarameta to fight Triple G?
Yes.
When?
Today, the Silent Brothers won it. I put it on my. I put it on my. I responded to Dan Raphael today. He said something about Parker for
Hey, don't call him
for fight.
Raphael.
Huh?
Raphael, man.
Man,
He is very
man,
particular about that. He said he is not Latino.
man,
He's
he
very
ain't watching
particular
this. He
about
ain't
that.
watching this. He ain't watching this. And if he do, it be all good, man. We can if you want to come debate, then come get it. But no, what I'm saying though, I put some on his joint about they won another purse bid for Triple G, and that was it was a guy named Patrick Wordchick or something like that. It's him versus Patrick Vanoa from Canada. That's what I thought was gonna be Andrade's opponent. So it's for the IBF mandatory. Zaramella is not the mandatory. He just picked him. You know what I'm saying? He just picked that guy to fight. Triple G picked that guy to fight. So
So let me get
going
this
back
straight. Triple G attempted to force Zarameta as the mandatory to quote unquote get it out the way. And then the
exactly.
IBF ordered someone else to be the mandatory. Are you sure?
I'm dead. I'm dead ass. I can send the link and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a look at because I've been at work all day.
Okay,
So
I got you.
I'm behind on my boxing news. That
I got you. But look, well, I
the
think about
zone is
this
really
though.
in hell right now.
Think about this. When have you seen Zaramella in a IBF eliminator? Not never. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
Yeah,
never
but he
been
was
there.
supposed to be the guy.
No, yeah, he was supposed to guy to fight Triple G. He was handpicked by Triple G. He fought on Triple G Derevchenko undercard in the 8 rounder. He never
Yes.
won a title eliminator. And the same thing happened with Caleb Plant and Vincent Boots. Boots didn't win no eliminator. He was number 3, and they said he was a mandatory because I guess you can request that if that's what you want. But this fight I'm talking about, this is actually for the IBF mandatory. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna be playing no games with this, man. I be everywhere. I be at anybody that's got a promotion company that I know of. I follow them. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see what's up. I'm trying to learn about the fighters and what's going on with your promotion company. Because I want to be like, when some news drop, I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about, or at least I know the fighter. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
the
yeah,
IBF ordered two guys to fight for the mandatory,
yep. I'm about to
and then
send it to you
whoever
right
wins is
now.
going to be the mandatory for Triple G.
Yep. I'm gonna send it to your joint
So
right
then,
now.
so then, why is the zone? Why did the zone allow Triple G to turn down the Canelo fight for September if Zarameta is not the mandatory and he was in no danger of being stripped?
Man, I don't even know, man. All thing I can guess
Wow.
is he got equity in the company, equity, or however you say that. He worked with, or he's like he worked with the zone, right? Something like that. Yeah, I sent it to
Yeah,
you.
he has stock in the zone.
There you go. So maybe he basically do whatever, because why they question Canelo's opponents and not Triple G's opponents? I mean, Derevyanchenko is a good opponent, but Steve Rose and he trying to fight Zarameta, who got like 4 knockouts and 22 wins. Come on, man. We all know what's gonna happen.
Wow. You really just you broke news to me just now, man.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the boxing game that you was looking at today?
Um. I mean, there's a bunch of everything, man. I wanted to talk to you about. First thing I gotta get on you about though. You said you ain't think Teofimo and Lomachenko was gonna happen. I need your thoughts on that, because you didn't sound so sure that was gonna happen the first time we spoke on it.
Listen. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pleasantly surprised that it looks like it's gonna happen, but I am still cautiously optimistic because until I see these two dudes standing across from each other in the ring and the bell rings, I'm
Shit.
not gonna believe it.
Man, I think it's going down, bro. I think it's going down. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, let me
I
ask you
can't
too.
wait because,
Look,
uh huh.
I have a question though. All the fights that's made. Now I know why the affair is supposed to be made, but all the fights that's made on the schedule, which fight is the biggest fight to you?
The biggest
The biggest fight, the most important, biggest, however you want to quantify that.
Spence versus Garcia.
Yo, I got into it with my partner about that. He was saying it's that one. I say it's Lomachenko to the female.
That's not a big fight. Listen,
That's a big fight. That's a big fight.
no. It's a
Yeah.
great fight that we're all looking forward to. But
Hmm.
if it was a big fight, it would be on pay per view.
You think so? You think all big fights go on
Listen,
pay per view?
don't tell me you fell for the Bob Arum is being so magnanimous that he wants to put this fight on free TV for the fan. We know Bob Arum, okay?
Yeah.
If Bob Arum shook your hand, you better check for your wallet, okay? Stop it,
Yeah.
all right? If this fight was pay per view worthy, it would be on pay per view.
Nah, I don't agree with. I don't necessarily agree that a big fight has to be on pay per view. And I think
Mm,
if you judging the two fights, you got way more at stake. Well, now I ain't gonna say way more, but you got more at stake. Lomachenko and
no, you don't.
Teofimo. Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Only thing most people are looking forward to with Spence and Danny is how Spence gonna look
And
after the
and
car accident.
and here's the
That's
thing:
it. Nobody giving Danny a
how
shot.
how Spence looks is the most important question in boxing right now.
That don't make it a bigger fight though.
It does make it a bigger fight
No,
because
it don't. It just your curiosity is there because you
this
want to
is
see that.
Errol Spence returning from the dead. Okay,
Right.
because make no mistake about it, Errol Spence should be dead right now. Okay, that
Yeah, that was crazy.
man going God knows how many miles per hour, ejected from his car, no seatbelt, laid out. Rick Glazer, who is a fraud, by the way, and I just wanted to put that out there. So anyone that follows Rick Glazer as if he really reports any real boxing news and insight, you're a fucking idiot because Rick Glazer he's a fraud and a crook, okay? But he claimed that Errol Spence was crippled and
Mhm.
might not walk again and all this other. He'll never fight again. Errol Spence 1 year later is coming back to the boxing ring.
Yeah.
Okay. And if Errol Spence looks exactly the same, or dare I say even better, because he's more focused, I think that is the biggest story in boxing, which makes this the biggest fight that's on the
Hmm,
schedule.
I disagree. I think Teofimo and Lomachenko is the biggest fight. They got it's one of those fights that nobody really know who's gonna win. That makes it big because the intrigue right there. You got the young brass kid, knockout puncher, facing the old vet that everybody got picked as pound for pound number one, and he's basically supposed to be unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? It's
Wait.
to me, I think it's
So
bigger.
you know who's gonna win between Spence and Garcia?
No, I don't know, but I'm saying the everybody that's talk about it, they don't give Garcia a shot. I ain't seen nobody
Because
pick
they
Garcia.
stupid.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what makes the fight bigger, though. What I'm talking about with the other two guys, Lomachenko and Teofimo, because people don't know they get a lot more people coming in just seeing this guy doing videos and talking about Lomachenko, and people gonna make it bigger. And plus, it do count that it is on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? It do count. Like if this is my opinion, if Spence and Garcia was on regular Fox, then I think it'd be bigger then. But on pay per view, like not all fights have to be on pay per view. To me, in my opinion, not
To
all
me,
fights. It don't.
being on pay-per-view is um it's an acknowledgement of how much demand there is for a fight, which makes it bigger.
Nah, I don't think the fight bigger because you know a lot of people like you go to a big fight with you want to have a lot of stuff at stake. Both fights got a lot of stuff at stake, and you also want to have a fight that's basically 50-50. A lot of people they want Lomachenko. They think Lomachenko gonna win. They think Teofimo gonna win. It's not like that in this case. We just want to. It's basically we want to see Spence for some drama. We don't want to see him like we want to. A lot of people want to see him fight, but they want to see how he gonna look. Nobody like. And if he telling you, me, and everybody in the world that he's straight, he's fine, and he's gonna be the same Spence he was before, then what's the point? Ain't nobody asking for this fight too. That's another thing. How many people was asking for this except for like a few people? Nobody was
I
asking
was.
for. You won't ask for not
Who
like that.
doesn't want to see Spence versus Danny Garcia?
But that's not the best fight that can be made in that division though. Like this one. This one's the best fight that can be made in the division right now.
Is it?
Yeah. Who else? You gonna throw give me Devin Haney? Is that
You
better? Is
got
that
Devin
better than
Haney in
yeah?
the division.
But
You
it's not
got
better than yeah. Go
you
ahead.
got Tank Davis in the
Yeah.
division. So you're telling me Tank Davis versus Teofimo Lopez wouldn't whet your appetite?
Oh yeah. I ain't say it won't whet my appetite. I ain't say that. I'm talking about like this is the best fight to be made at 135. Because if it was Tank for real, I think Tank with any of those guys is a big fight too. But where he at? He going to 130 or trying to get to 130 to fight for two belts.
But
You know what I'm
what
saying?
about Tank versus Lomachenko? I
That's a
think
big one.
Tank versus Lomachenko would be a bigger fight than
That might be
Teofimo
bigger.
versus
But
Lomachenko.
so do you consider Tank at 35 or 30? You gonna go off his last fight, or you gonna go off with what he's doing now?
I think I'm gonna give Tank the Canelo treatment and put him
Okay,
at both weight classes.
you put him at both weight classes. All right, you gonna support him for being undisciplined. I got you.
Oh, come on, don't do that.
No, I'm just saying.
How
No,
was
I
he
feel
undisciplined? He made
no, but
weight his last fight, by the way.
he may wait all his fights, but it's just a no. It's just the point of how he made the weight. How he made the
Yeah.
weight. That's undisciplined. You don't think so?
Mm, I
Look,
think.
if your coach don't know where
Did
you
you
at
hear?
24 hours before the weigh-in, that's a problem.
Did you hear Tank's
That's a problem.
interview with Brian Custer?
Say, oh my bad. Say it again. Did I hear an
Did
interview
you
with Brian?
hear Tank's interview with Brian Custer?
I heard some of it. Some of it. What?
I think the way he explained the weight thing, um, it made me feel like it wasn't really a discipline issue. I just think he's not in tune with his body yet, and he's not educated on when he should go for the final cut.
Is that the one when he said that he like wait to the last minute, like he be on weight when he get there to fight week, and then when he got to lose those last couple pounds, he kind of like procrastinate a little bit. That's the part you talking
No, he
about?
don't say he procrastinates. He said that he thinks he can make it. I just think he's
Yeah.
not in tune with his body yet.
Oh
But
no,
he's
that was me
young.
throwing. Yeah, that was me. I ain't putting words in my mouth. That was just me paraphrasing. But he just kind of like misjudged making weight. That what you saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And to me, that happens with a young fighter. I think honestly, and no offense to Mr. Calvin Ford, I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's more of a reflection upon him because
Mm-hmm.
he should he has the experience that Tank doesn't have.
Yeah.
So he should know when to push and when to take the foot off the gas. But
Yeah.
let me ask you a question about Spence versus Garcia.
Yeah.
What happens if Danny Garcia lands that no look left hook? We
I
sure
don't.
Spence is gonna stand up to that?
I mean, he said he 100%. That's why people saying it's the biggest fight in boxing, right? Sight.
It
I think
is.
if he get
I'm telling you, it is.
if he get hit with it, if he like he supposed to be, I think it might he gonna feel it, but I don't think it's gonna like put him out though. I think Spence got a good chin, so
That left
I
hook
think
put a lot of people out.
it has hurt a lot of people. But we'll see. I don't think it's gonna pull him out though. Not Spence. If he's back to what he say he is, I don't think so. I think
Keith
it'll
Thurman
be a
was
good
never
shot.
the same after fighting Danny Garcia.
Yeah, they say Lucas Matisse too. Who else? What about
Like to me,
who
I
else he
think
fight?
people are really sleeping on Danny Boy because
Yeah,
he's a heavy hitter. He's a heavy hitter.
and that's my point though. To the fight, when I'm talking about the bigger fight, they sleeping on Dave so much. It's not even talking about him. They only talking about Spence. You know what I'm saying?
But
Which is
that's
cool.
because
But that's
you're in your own little boxing Twitter world
that's right. That's
where
right.
you're
That's right.
getting the same info from the same 10 to 20 to 30 people and all the same opinions. These people are not representative of the boxing public.
I think Spence gonna have a tough time with it with Danny early. No, no, no.
Give me
Take
your
that back.
prediction
I think
um
go ahead.
on the pay-per-view buys.
The paper. Ah man, I don't know. Like 250. Maybe I don't
Oh, get the
know.
fuck out of here.
I don't know.
Get
It's
the
gonna be that
fuck
much.
out of here.
Maybe like 200. I don't know. What you say? I don't know. I'm not really
I'm
good at
gonna
guessing that though.
say that he does closer to 400,000.
For that's a dope number. I hope. I mean, I hope so. But I don't know. I don't really understand and know that stuff right now. So I can't say. So I ain't trying to take his numbers down and nothing like that. I hope it's as high as possible. I know I'm buying it, so I hope that can count towards something. So I don't know. I mean, that'd be a dope number, 400K.
I
That'd be
see your
yeah,
man Roderick is saying that I'm blaming everybody except for Tank for missing
but
weight.
tank.
I'm not blaming everybody except for Tank. What I'm saying is that I don't think Tank has a complete of his body yet. And I think
Hmm.
working with Floyd is going to help him in the long run.
But you know what's crazy about that? Why is it taking to this? You know what I'm saying? Like he messed up his biggest opportunity on the Mayweather McGregor undercard. He coming there playing around. He got the stoppage win. I got you. Lost his belt on the scale. That's your biggest, and he was a co-main event. And that was like what 2017, 3 years ago, and we
Yeah,
still worry about Tank doing the same type of stuff. Come on, now Tank can fight his ass off though. I ain't taking that from him or nothing like that. But I'm not putting him like if you get a guy that's 50-50 with him in skill level, I'm going with the guy until he proved me wrong. I'm going with the other guy instead of Tank. He's not disciplined enough to me. Now maybe he ended up doing
but
his thing.
what does that
Good.
mean though? You
That
saying
means
he's not disciplined enough, but Tank has something that a lot of these dudes don't have.
I know
Tank
that.
got
Yeah,
that dog in him.
that's facts. He got that. He got that dog and that killer instinct. When you look
Yeah,
at
and
him, you know he a
Tank is
killer. Yeah,
vicious.
that's
Tank
true.
is vicious, man.
That's true. But that's what I'm saying. Put him in with a guy that's 50-50 with him. It's the small things that count. If you're not pushing yourself to the limit or you taking shortcuts to make weight and you're gonna go, you know what I'm saying, your coach can't find you the night of the weigh in or the night before the weigh in. Then come on, yo.
But
Like,
you can't say that he's not pushing himself to the limit when he has that killer in him.
no, you yeah, because that's like he it's like a turn switch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just talking about like taking like what I'm saying is if you can make the weight on the first time, make the weight. You know what I'm saying? So you can go relax and chill and think about whatever you gotta think about. But now you gotta rush to make the weight, and then you gotta do this and do extra stuff, and this is a bad look. And no matter what you say, when the media come at you and the fans, they hear that stuff, and that takes effect out of him. Why he need that extra stuff? He don't need that. He just do it right the first time, be a professional, and then you know what I'm saying, and do what he gotta do.
Okay,
But yeah, I mean
I
it's
could
all
get
good.
with that.
It's all
I
good
could
though.
get with that.
I ain't killing Tank because I think Tank go I think he gonna run through Leo. My pick ain't changed. I just want him to be more as a fan, as a consumer, I want him to be, be in the best shape as possible. I'm gonna pay for your fight, I'm gonna get the pay-per-view. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Tank gonna send him to hell.
I know. Yeah. Tank said, yeah, he hit him on the square, he gone. Yeah. He gonna punch him around that guard, that right hand he be shaking. He gonna punch him around that. But yeah,
Man, that's gonna be a big event too. By the way.
yeah, it's gonna like I think when these fights get closer, I think it's gonna get bigger. Right now, we talking about it. It ain't really nothing happening with it. But once it get like the 2 weeks, or once it get to November for Spence and Danny, then you'll start to feel it more. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't wait for that. Now,
yeah, that's a good one.
how do you think the Charlo pay per view is gonna perform at the box office?
Um, I don't know, man. I'm bad at this one. I can pick everything else. I'm bad at this one, but I think it'll do decent. Um, like I said, I don't know, man. I'm guessing around 200. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. I hope it do more than it can more than that, but I'm guessing like 200, yo. A little bit short of 200. I don't
Okay,
know
I can respect that.
because I don't really know like
But
the landscape of it. You know what I'm saying?
if you listen to boxing Twitter, it sounds like only like 10 people gonna buy it.
Nah, nah. Yeah, because people say that now. Boxing is the sport where the last minute they get most of their buys the last minute. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought a lot of pay-per-views where I told myself, man, I might not get this. I might not get it. But then like I see the weigh in, I just go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how a
Yeah,
lot of fans do too. They'll get it the week of or the day of, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. I
I
hope it do
think
good
it's
though.
very smart that they're putting it at 7 p.m.
Mm, yeah, that is.
You got a full day of boxing on the 26th.
Oh yes,
We're
sir.
gonna start with Unier Dornicos
Oh yes,
versus
sir.
Marius Briedis. You're gonna move on to Josh Taylor versus Aponon Kong Song,
Hmm.
and then you're closing the show with the Charlos.
I
I
know.
think that is one of the best boxing days in a very long time.
Yeah, I think the last one I can remember that was that deep and crazy. I think it was the White versus Parker, but I can't remember what happened that night. But I know White versus Parker, Chisora versus Tackle, and then something happened that night. I gotta go look that up. But
What
that
day
was
was
crazy.
White versus Parker?
I think it was like July 21st, something like that. I think
No,
what it
no, no,
was.
no. White versus Parker had to be in March.
Nah, I think White fought. No, White fought. No, you remember that March? It was Wilder and Ortiz. That was like March 3rd. Then it was White and Brown the 24th. He fought on HBO. Then the following week it was AJ and Parker. Cause that's why I was thinking like they should just make that fight happen. It makes sense. They all fight on the same schedule. It was something like that.
Yeah, but this one is gonna be one for the books.
Yeah,
Um, what are
that's
your
facts.
picks for those three cards?
Um, I like Josh Taylor winning like a mid-round stoppage,
A
like six,
stoppage.
yeah, like 6 or 7.
Wow.
And Oh man, I'm picking Dorticos, but I want to say knockout, but I got a feeling it's gonna go decision. But I got Dorticos. I got Jamal Charlo stopping Devonchenko late. I got Jamel winning a decision, but he gonna have some tough. I think that fight gonna be tougher for him than Jamal's fight against Devonchenko. But I think he gonna win a decision. Who else? That's it. Or just go through the whole card.
Go through the whole card because I think the card is worthy of us
Yeah.
going through it.
Okay. I got Neri stopping Alameda, probably like 8 or 9. Um, Casemiro and Duke. That's gonna be crazy. I can see both guys getting hurt in that fight. But I think Casemiro probably get him late.
Is he any
'Cause,
good?
who Duke?
No, Casemiro.
Casemiro, yeah,
I know he's a
he's decent.
champion,
Yeah,
but is
he's
he any
decent.
good?
Yeah, he's decent. He slept. That's the one who slept Tete.
Yeah, I know, but first of all, I've never been impressed with Tete, by the way,
Okay.
and I've
Okay.
never been impressed with Casemiro. So it's like, I think we just hype him because he's Filipino, and we know that's a big audience for boxing. But I've never been impressed with him.
Now he can fight. He got good movement in and
Okay,
out. He'll explode, and Duke can punch. So I think Casemiro gonna win. Duke was down in his last fight. Who else on that card? Roman versus Payano. Roman he might stop him late to the body, like 11 round.
is Roman damaged goods?
Nah, nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Why did Roman lose that decision to MJ? Because
Yeah,
I kind of
you thought he
thought
won? You thought he
Roman
won?
won.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
close fight, man. I think maybe MJ was a little bit more crisper with his stuff. I don't know. He was a little bit more.
Why
I
did
don't
we not
know.
get a rematch?
I know, man. That's what I'm saying too. That was a great fight, though. Maybe I mean he put himself in position for the WBC mandatory, so maybe he get Luis Neri or something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But man, Roger Broadnax, man, salute, bro. Salute everybody who came through, man. Thanks for the support, bro. Who else on that card? Oh, Figueroa. I think Figueroa gonna stop my man Vasquez. So, yeah,
I hope so.
was it?
Now, um, Gary Russell Jr., give me your thoughts.
Man, I like Gary as a fighter and everything. I think this whole thing is just build up his profile and giving him more options. Because before this all started, he probably had like one option. Now he got like 5, 6, 7, 8 options now. And I think on both sides of the fence, it's a little give and take on that. You can blame one, you can blame the other. But at the end of the day, it all go through Al Heyman. No matter what happens, Al Heyman, he got 3 fighters that potential fights for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He got Gamboa, Figure for Fortuna, Gamboa, Fortuna, and Garrett Russell. So he basically, I think he kind of doing puppet master stuff. I think he letting this stuff happen just to see how far he can go. He's like, nah, I'm gonna give you him because what just happened? Gary Russell just got 3 fights now. He got Fortuna at 35. He got Devin Haney that he knows is willing to fight him, and then he get the winner between Tank and Leo for sure because they see how big he can be. You know what I'm saying with the fans and
He's
stuff like
not
that.
getting the winner of Tank versus Leo.
I
Stop it.
I feel you, but if he beat Devin Haney, and let's say
It don't matter.
I'm just
Yo,
saying
Tank
it put itself in
said
position. Go ahead, bro.
out of Tank's own mouth, Tank said that he is not interested in fighting Gary Russell because he needs someone that could sell out the big MGM, not the little MGM.
That's true. I heard that one. I heard him say that.
Sent him straight to hell.
Hmm. But off this new profile Gary done got, is he saying the same thing? That was like what 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I actually me and my guy, we interviewed Gary a couple times over the last couple weeks,
Hmm.
and Gary did say that he had sent the contract over to Heyman, and I guess it came back that what they said that the Zone and Matchroom didn't even approve of the fight.
Yeah, they wasn't on the term sheet, something like that.
Yeah, so how can we fault Gary when we've already seen the shady business the Zone does.
Hmm. Hmm.
So how can we really fault Gary when? And I thought Devin Haney was his own promoter. First of all, let's
Yeah,
get
but
into that.
it's he's a coach. He is his own promoter, but he don't got his own bankroll like that. I think that's the difference, and he don't got his own.
Bill Haney,
You know
the
what
LeVar Ball of boxing,
I'm saying? Never
okay,
lost.
he
Yeah.
was out here looking crazy, talking all this gangster shit, but he sounded like he haven't been in the streets since the 70s,
Mm. Man,
and he
I'm,
was
I'm
talking crazy.
so I feel like I remember me and you the last one we did, the last podcast where we did, we said we wanted this fight right here. You know what I'm saying? We both said this one should be next. Remember that?
Yeah,
So I kind of want the fight to happen, but I'm looking at it, and I don't blame Garrett either though, because Fortuna he went to. You remember Fortuna was supposed to fight Linares on August 28th. You know what I'm
yep.
saying? And what they end up doing? They canceled the whole card. So you got a guy going through a training camp. You know what I'm saying? Wasting all with the resources where he can just fight Gary Russell for you know what I'm saying, for eliminated a WBC or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Al, like I said, I think Al is pulling the strings, bro. He's like, all right,
Wait,
Fortuna,
wait,
we
wait,
had
wait, wait.
go ahead.
So you think that Russell is going to end up fighting Fortuna next, if not Haney?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, you know
Yes.
what? If that's the case, I don't think anyone can complain.
That's what I'm saying. You can't complain either way. To me,
Those are good. That's a good fight.
only reason why you can complain is because a lot of people put their energy and try to make this fight. But there's no guarantee because if these guys not putting what he want in the contract, no matter what he say, if he say he moved the goalposts or whatever, he has the right to negotiate it. Especially if you coming up. Like I know he talking that big shit though. Gary Russell be talking that crazy. But hey, he want the business to be right. And Al
And
Heyman
you know
having
what?
go ahead.
I respect that about Gary because he
Yeah,
said that from the beginning. He said, if the business is not 100% right, I
yeah,
will not step foot in the ring. Now that might turn some people off. That might say that he's hard to negotiate with. But I
yeah,
respect a man that has his set of principles that he lived by,
yeah.
and he stick to it.
Yep, I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But you feel what I'm saying though. Excuse me, if Al Heyman did with the zone already with one of his fighters, and they basically left them stranded, then why would you want him to go down that? Why you want another guy, Gary Russell, your champion, to go down that same route? You know what I'm saying? So he'll probably just give him Gamboa. They've been negotiating with Gamboa since like July. They put Gamboa in the
Yeah.
WBC rankings at number 10 after being unranked. So Team Haney already had that eye on Gamboa. They've been bigging Gamboa up like this is a Gamboa that fought Crawford in 2014. So it depends what size you want to look on how who you saying. I know people saying they ducking or whatever, but like I said, it's negotiation. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'll be
negotiation.
honest with you. If Devin Haney fights Yuriorkis Gamboa, nah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I see.
I
You know
don't care
what?
about that.
You
I
know what,
won't
bro?
watch it.
They was trying to like convince me that this fight is a good fight, but I'm like the only way this fight is a good fight if you telling me that Devin Haney is not too sure about his shoulder, you know what I'm saying? He want to test it out. He want to get a tune up. Okay, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? Richard Comey did it. You know what I'm saying? He broke his knuckle when he won the IBF and he fought Beltran. Okay, I'm with it. Beltran again, boy, about in the same, level of their career right now, same stage. Okay, I'm with it. But don't tell me that this the same Gamboa that went 12 rounds, even the 12 rounds with Tank and got stopped. It's not the same Gamboa. Achilles injuries is way crazy for boxers because it makes you a stationary target with a guy that's already chinny. So you can't tell me that
Let me ask you a
you know what I'm
question.
saying? Yeah,
Why do people make it seem like Gamboa had a good performance against Tank?
I know.
He
I
got
don't
beat every round.
every round. I gave him one round when Tank was looking out at the crowd.
Like what are people talking about?
I know he didn't win no rounds. Even before he got hurt, he was getting touched up. But I ain't give him probably like one round, maybe. I know Tank he slowed down a little bit, but Gamboa didn't do nothing. Like I don't know. Maybe the big up
Now the
Haney.
date for Haney they're looking at is November 7th.
November. Okay.
November
Yep.
7th is supposed to be the same date that Top Rank is going to put on Miguel Burchelt versus Oscar Valdez.
Oh
Who the
yeah.
fuck is going to watch Haney versus Gamboa instead?
I'm gonna watch it on. I'm gonna watch it like on delay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have it on, but I ain't gonna be paying attention to it. I'm watching.
Are you still a DAZN subscriber?
No, I'm not. I'm waiting until getting closer to the next fight. The next card come up, I was gonna do it. I deleted my stuff like maybe like in June when I realized that it's gonna be boxing gonna be off for a minute. I deleted my junk. I canceled it, but I'll be back. I came back for Dylan White and I canceled. I did that little 1 month. I had and it worked perfect. I got it for what's his name Ortiz. He fought like the end of July and it ran past Dylan White. So as soon as Dylan White shit, I canceled it. I had like another like 6 days left. Yeah, bro.
I
Y'all
will
about
never subscribe to DAZN again.
they need a schedule. They need a deep schedule. Then I stay committed. You stay
They're
committed to your
done.
schedule. Yeah. So mine's is
They're
like
done.
trial. Mine's on a trial basis, and you know what I'm saying. AQ
I'd
100.
rather just illegal stream it. To be honest with you, I'm done with DAZN. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They don't
I feel. You.
deserve my dollars.
I understand. I understand all that. But
I was
yeah,
done
you.
with DAZN the night of Canelo versus Kovalev
That was
when they
crazy, wasn't
had the number one fighter in the world sleeping on a couch waiting for a UFC main event to finish.
it? Right, and that was. I'm
What
on the
the
West Coast,
fuck was that?
and that started out here like almost 10:30. So I can feel y'all pain. I know y'all was hurting. That was like
Ridiculous.
what time they start walking to the ring? You remember?
It was like 1:30 in the fucking morning.
That's crazy.
Like no
Uh,
lie, because I'm a part of a British boxing group, right?
yeah.
Most of my boxing people are from Britain. They woke up early and was so happy that the fight was on and didn't start yet. I'm like,
Wow.
motherfucker, y'all wasn't expecting to see this fight, and they
Cause
took so long that
yeah.
you get to watch this fight and eat breakfast.
Yo, I remember because Ryan Garcia, he had stopped the old boy in the first round. Like he stopped him quick, and it was like just touching 8 o'clock over here at West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and then they made us wait like 2 hours because UFC they was done, and they was at the post fight. I had seen it on my phone. I was like, damn, they interviewing them. What's going on? And they still in the back sleeping and shit. Yeah, that was crazy.
Ridiculous. That's
Yeah,
probably why Kovalev got sent to hell like that.
yeah, that was crazy.
But
That was,
what are your thoughts on what's going on with Canelo and Golden Boy and the Zone?
man, it's crazy, man. It's like Oscar De La Hoya doing like backdoor deals. You know what I'm saying? You sacrificing your biggest star, and basically, if it weren't for Canelo, I don't think Golden Boy would be alive. Real talk. And it's messed up, man. You gotta be honest, coming to the table, put everything on the table before you get to this. And to me, it looked like Canelo got a good case, man. I don't know. I ain't read all up into it, but just reading the
Canelo
surface
has
of
an
it.
excellent case.
You see what I'm saying? So if you deny him fighters and stuff like that, and he can say, well, you making me lose my prime, and I signed this, and you not being upfront with who I'm supposed to fight, and what's it, premier fighter, and you naming guys like Oscar De La Hoya who been out the ring for like 13 years, and two MMA fighters as a premier fighter, then champions. That's crazy. I don't know. I just
Well, I
it's
think
crazy.
I think unless De La Hoya settles and gives Canelo his freedom,
Yeah.
I think Golden Boy is going out of business.
Mm.
Because I
Yeah.
checked, Oscar's only worth 200 million. That's still another 85 million unaccounted for. Okay,
Mm.
so it's not looking good for them.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wrap. And then it's crazy because he tried to put Al Haymon out of business.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Now,
That
it looks like the entire Golden Boy roster is going to have to sit on the shelf
mm,
until this Canelo thing works itself out. What are your thoughts on that?
that's crazy because they got some young fighters that need to be active, and they got a guy Rashidi Ellis, man. He just lost in the sauce, bro. Like that's one of the
Yeah.
good young fighters they have that that should be active and be in the mix at the bottom half of the welterweight division, trying to climb up. And Virgil Ortiz, and they got some other good, what I'm saying, decent fighters that need to be active. And what's gonna happen, man, they're gonna end up being opponents for somebody. If somebody, maybe top ranked, they good at that, making one of their guys opponents and stuff like that. So hopefully they get opportunity with them, but I don't know. It's crazy. Only one that came out good on this deal is Joshua Franco, because he went to top rank and won a title, and now he got another fight lined up on the anyway undercard. I think. No, it's not anyway undercard. It's on one of those cards coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The rematch.
the rematch. Yeah, so he's the only one that probably can get fights now, and he's with no, he's that's his little brother. His little brother with Honda, but if he win, what I'm saying, if he win the rematch, that can put him in line with Chocolatito. And he had to do business, go back to the zone probably. But yeah, man, it's a
I
it's
think
a.
the zone will be gone by then.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think the zone is gonna make it in America. They laid off a lot of the staff
Yeah, that's true.
in America and in Brazil. They're not getting any TV rights for anything major in the US. Let's keep it real. You think the NFL is gonna
Nah,
give their shit over to the zone? Stopped paying people at the beginning of the pandemic all over Europe.
mm,
They tried to cut everybody over here in the United States. Why would people look to do business with the zone when we saw that they pissed away any goodwill that they could have gotten over the course of the pandemic?
right. Before that too, because like I said, when Eddie came over here, he created a hostile environment for himself instead of being, I don't know, cordial or not with the dictator mindset. He should have came in like, look, Al, I want to work with you. So how about doing this and this? You know what I'm saying? Like that. But he came in like he about to put them out of business. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take
It's
your fighters
funny.
and put you out of business. Yeah.
because I actually interviewed Eddie Hearn when the DAZN deal was first announced,
Yeah,
and I asked him which fighters is he going to look to sign, and the only fighter from the list of people that he named that he was able to sign was Mikey Garcia, and that was only for one fight.
yeah. He used him. Mikey
Yeah,
used
I
him.
I, I think I'm gonna repost the interview. I'm gonna repost it because just to have like a little look back on what it is he said he was gonna do,
Yeah,
and we'll see how many things he did actually check the box of what he said he was gonna do.
yeah. That's crazy though. He it's crazy.
Yeah, the zone. I think it is safe to say that the zone USA has been a complete failure. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, they came in talking big. You know what I'm saying? And no, as a hardcore fan that don't get a lot of fight, like I remember having to get crazy streams back in the day, try to watch these guys in Germany and UK. And it was kind of good that you can get it and you can watch it, you know what I'm saying, whatever, without no crazy way to get
But
it.
you know what's funny? A lot of
Yeah,
these crazy streams that we used to get back in the day,
yeah.
they were a lot clearer and they weren't buffering like the zone stream.
uh, I ain't had a problem personally, but I know I got some partners that have problems with the zone though. Like,
I had a lot of problems with the zone.
yeah, see, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I wanna ask you about too. I know this is something we talked about before, but you remember when you was doing the picks and predictions and whatnot, and I was like, I got Frampton over Harrington over Herring. I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I think it's a good fight, and I think it'll be competitive. But I think Frampton wins that fight because what Herring showed in his last fight with Oquendo, he let the dude get in too easy, way too easy, and Frampton he's starting to develop as a body puncher. He was chopping people down. He chopped down the young kid McClary down. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you want this guy that's experienced to get inside so easy and got fast hands and be able to get you to the body. Like I don't know what Herring gonna do with that. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if his last fight was just a one off, but he didn't look right to me. You how you feel about that fight, Jamel Herring? Oh, you on mute. But yeah, I thought Jamel Herring didn't want to be there, man. Like I'm not the one to throw that. Go ahead, bro. You on mute.
can you hear me
Uh,
now?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Um, I think Frampton is way too small
Hmm.
for Herring, and that's just the bottom line. But I'm glad you brought up Herring. What are your thoughts on um the the criticism he received and then the backlash to the criticism that he received?
Man, I don't like calling him no. I don't like calling no fighter no quitter, man, because they step in the ring and they do whatever. But to
He
me,
quit.
yeah, he looked like he wanted out. He wanted out that
Yeah,
fight.
but
He didn't want to be there that
let me ask
night.
you a question.
Yeah,
Why is that not okay to say?
it is okay. I don't know why people can't.
No, it's not.
Why
Did
it's
you
not okay?
see how the media army attacked anyone who would suggest
Mhm.
that Herring quit?
No, I don't know the backlash like that. I know he got a lot of backlash, but the media part, but
No, everyone was
the media.
criticizing Dre. They was criticizing Tim.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah. Okay.
criticizing everybody on Twitter for saying, "How could you say that this Marine? He's a Marine. He quit." Yo, my
Man,
man,
he
the
he
nigga
he
quit.
quit
It's
that
okay.
that night. He didn't want to be there, bro. And
Exactly. Listen,
you
and
can
I don't
tell.
blame him. This
You can
motherfucker
tell.
was rabbit punching all night, headbutting
Yeah,
him all
but
night. I wouldn't want to fight neither.
yeah, he probably was stronger. He probably know. Like I think he kind of overtrained for that fight, and you can tell in his legs. Like the first 30 seconds, my man was already inside. Like no jab, no nothing, no sidestep, no nothing. You just he looking to clinch. He wasn't looking to punch or to do anything to set nothing up or suffer that
Yeah,
left uppercut. But other than that, he was just grabbing him. So I'm like, he didn't want to be there. That's to me. I looked at his facial expression.
I was
He didn't want to be
okay.
there.
I was okay with the criticism that he received.
Yep.
I but I thought Miguel Cotto was out of line in his criticism.
Yeah, I saw your joke. I saw
Nah, that pissed me off.
it.
If you want
Yeah,
to say that you felt like he wanted out of the fight and quit, all right, fine.
yeah,
Everyone has a bad day at the office,
true.
but to insinuate that Herring is not a true champion,
Yeah, that's crazy.
now, now to me, you're getting a little bit personal.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, you quit too. Okay, stop playing. We remember. You're like Miguel Cotto. He was the most famous athlete before Kaepernick for taking a knee. So to me, I don't think he should have really said anything.
Nah.
I'm like, hey, don't say that he's not a true champion. You could say
Yeah.
that you felt like he quit, like he was looking for a way out of the fight. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm not asking any fighter to die in the ring
Right.
or to lose an eye permanently when you're fighting a dirty fighter. I'm
Yeah.
not asking any fighter to do that. But don't say the man's not a true champion.
Yeah.
If you want to say he quit, he quit. And you know what? And here's the thing. I think why there was backlash to the criticism is because everybody likes Jamel.
Exactly. I was going to say that. That's on the tip of my tongue. He's the him, and I think Ugas is the most likable guys boxers on Twitter. You know,
Ooh, listen, listen,
uh,
listen. I
before
did
that
like
comment he made.
Ugas, but Ugas was kind of, you know, when there was little racial uprisings,
Yeah,
Ugas
yeah,
was
yeah.
kind of
Except for
seeming
that part.
a little all lives matter to me. I,
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
uh,
saying. I was saying like if you don't know the situation in the
shut
community
the
with
fuck up
that,
about it.
exactly. Like you come from another country, you don't really know you don't really know what it is that a real black man have to deal with. So
That
just
pissed
ease
me
up
off, bro.
and just what I'm saying, you don't gotta say nothing. And it's okay. We got it. Start speaking Spanish, get your interpreter. We good. But when he started to say that what he said, what I'm saying, nah, man, not right now. Say that in the
Word.
walls of your home with your wife and stuff like that. Then y'all talk about it like that. But as soon as because somebody had to help you tweet, they ain't telling you, nah, bro, because he ain't doing that on his own. You feel me? So yeah, so I feel what you're saying. But besides that, a lot of people root for Ugas.
Yeah.
You know what I
I,
mean?
I,
So
I, I root for him too, but I still got that little side eye. Like,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
I know what you're saying.
here we
Because
go.
and Heron, he's like the most likable fighter in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
I
felt
listen.
like,
I like Heron a lot. I just felt that he quit, and
yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't mean that I don't respect him uh, as a fighter. It doesn't mean I don't respect him as a person. I just thought that at that moment he quit. That's all I thought,
yeah.
and
Me
people
too.
made it seem like you couldn't say that.
Yeah, nah, man. He quit that night, and you can tell in his post fight interview. You can tell his body language. This dude, he didn't want to be there that night. But that's not to say that he can't get himself together and give Frampton hell like you saying he will. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he can always bounce back. If Roberto Duran, he can quit no mas and come back in a legend and beat David Moore and all these guys. You know what I'm saying down the line. Uh, I ran Barkley at 68, 60. No, it's at 60. If he can come back, and people not even thinking about that no mas shit. They just honor him as a great fighter that he was. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah,
remember it, but they ain't that's not the first thing you think about when you think about Roberto Duran. So he can overcome that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he
yeah.
overtrained. I think he overtrained a
Jamal
little
Harris
bit.
no Roberto Duran, but I see your point.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Of course. But I think he overtrained. Honestly, I think he overtrained. He didn't have no legs that fight because what he's supposed to do with that guy, he couldn't even do a simple step to the left, step to the right. He was looking to hold this guy. and I'm like, damn, do he really want to fight? You feel me? So I don't know.
Boxing media.
Yeah,
Um, are you part of boxing media? Are you trying to be part of boxing media? What's your role and your goals when it comes to boxing media?
I just want to be a part of just the conversation of boxing. I'm not necessarily want to be media or I'm not in media, but I feel like I could be qualified if I had that avenue. But I just want to be a part of the boxing conversation, chopping up with people like that. And so I never looked to do that. I did one time when I go to fights. I'm like, man, I should pull my camera out right now and get an interview when I'm talking to a fighter in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? But I never really. I'm not committed to it because I'm the type of person. If I know I'm not committed to something, I'm not even gonna waste my time. That's something I would have did when I was like
Now,
25, 26. But now I can't waste my time. So I just like being a part of the conversation, learning about the sport, finding out information, putting it out there. If I get something wrong, I don't care. I'm the only one doing it like that. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I just want to figure stuff out on my own. Ain't nobody really giving me nothing. Nobody giving me nothing. I just watch interviews. I watch fights and watch what they saying. Watch what the promoter saying. Then I just throw all the guess. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I'm saying?
now, what are your thoughts on the tone and the tenor of the media coverage that boxing receives?
Man, they turn it into more of a tabloid sport. Like it's a lot of drama in the sport of boxing. It's not a lot of X and O's. Like I feel like I guess that's their job to make it, make a story out of it so they can sell it. But it's not a lot of X and O's and it's not a lot of, breaking down the fights and stuff like that. And they can turn a fighter, they can make or break a fighter. You know what I'm saying? They can turn a fighter that they don't have a good relationship with into like the worst boxer ever. But then somebody that's really probably not as talented as him,
Like
they can
Rigo.
build him up. You feel what I'm saying? They build him up. They pick and
Yeah,
choose who
like
they
what
want to
Dan
build up.
Rayfield did with Rigo.
Yeah, he said
I
he was
will go to
boring.
my grave. I will
Yeah.
go to my grave feeling like Dan Rayfield and Top Rank conspired to hold back the career of Guillermo
Hmm.
Rigondeaux.
Well, I agree with that because how you got a top five, top three pound for pound, and you not even pushing him. He just beat the guy that y'all was saying was number 2 or 3, Donier Donaire, and y'all ain't even trying to push him. Bob Arum said that he he said something like, I'm paraphrasing, that he brought up Rigo's name at the board meeting and people was like throwing up and shit or wanted to throw up or they got sick or something. Like what type of shit is this? It's your job
From
to
your
promote him.
promoter.
Yeah, from your promoter. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. They can make and break. So it depends on their relationships. And then, like what's going on with Wilder now? First they like look how they try to drag this guy down just because he's not talking to y'all now. You know what I'm saying? He said y'all spin his words, right? And now the interview y'all could have got, now he ain't trying to talk to you. Now he's depressed. Now he's going through this. Now he's
First of
this.
all, that was
You know what I'm saying?
disgusting by Lance Pugmire.
You feel me?
That that was disgusting that he would even. First of all, you don't know Wilder to say he's depressed.
Right.
Second of all, if Deontay Wilder had any mental health issues, who makes you the authority to put that out there in the public atmosphere?
Right.
Like, I honestly, I was disgusted. But you know what? Lance Pugmire is the same guy that wrote that cowardly um, editorial about Clarissa Shields way back when, I think it was last year. So I expect that kind of yellow journalism from Lance Pugmire, but
Mm,
it's just disappointing. Honestly, I feel like a lot of these guys in boxing, these media members are miserable.
mhm.
They they make the fans miserable, and they make the fans not want to watch the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
tell you every reason not to watch it. Oh well, this is not the best fight. don't watch this. Oh, don't buy
Yeah,
this. Don't do this.
yeah,
Don't do like, yo, my man, you supposed to just be covering the sport. Cover the fucking
mhm,
sport.
yeah. Because that's a detriment. Now you taking money out of these fighters' pockets, but you'll go
But then you want to be up in their face for an interview.
and then you'll post their purse from the California State Athletic Commission. You know what I'm saying? So that's when that stuff. See, I never agree with that shit either. Because when you post a fighter's purse, to me, that gives that fighter's fan base a reason to say, man, he don't have to fight him. Man, Deontay ain't made more than $5 million. Man, he don't deserve 50-50 or 60-40 with AJ. And like, how you know how much he make? You know what I'm saying? I think that right there, it shouldn't even matter if what a fighter make. You know what I'm saying? And when we fans get into that, we start being accountants and shit, and none of us can really keep our household straight. You feel me? But we up here count this guy's money who's making like seven figures and can do whatever he want anytime he want to. But we saying he should take this $120 million deal. You know, that's man. Look, if Deontay would have took that deal, bro, with the zone, where would he be at right now? you
Waiting
think
for a fight.
you think he'll be depressed?
Waiting for a fight.
He might be really
Waiting
depressed.
for a
You feel
fight.
me? He'll be really depressed. Come
Waiting
on,
for a
man.
fight. Speaking of
Come on.
taking deals, Terrence Crawford,
Mm.
Keith Thurman. Why does Terrence Crawford not want to make the Keith Thurman fight?
You think? I don't think he. I don't say he don't want to make it, but that $10 million. I mean,
Oh, hold on. L Dub,
come on.
you trying to tell me that you believe the $10 million shit?
That Keith Thurman said that's what he put out. I ain't heard nothing different.
Keith Thurman ain't say it.
Who said that?
Keith Thurman ain't say it. That came from Bomac.
Womack said that he got an offer or he got an asking price, and he said it was 10 million. Okay, okay, yeah, I ain't heard from Keith. You
No,
right.
no, 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 no,
You
no,
right.
no, no, no.
What was it?
What Bomac did, Bomac allegedly text Carl Moretti
Hmm.
and asked Carl Moretti how much Thurman's asking for, and he said Carl Moretti said 10 million. First of all, Mr. Brian Bomac McIntyre, you're supposed to be Terrence Crawford's manager. Why the fuck are you not in on negotiations when you get a call from Keith Thurman?
Mm, mm. That's a good point.
It just don't add up. You're
They
supposed to be the
don't.
manager. Why are you getting your info secondhand from Carl Moretti? You don't want
Right.
to be in on these negotiations. And what was the counter offer? There was no
Right.
counter offer.
Mm,
They didn't want the fight.
mm. See, I
What
don't
it is,
know.
what it is.
Yeah, I didn't know all this. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's hard to call these guys duckers and this because did Bud even know that? Because I'm pretty sure Bud as a fighter, he won't be like he's not saying I don't want to fight this guy. Like I don't want to fight him. Like I don't think he would say that. I think half the times when these managers and promoters and whoever dealing with this stuff, they probably don't even get back to the fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't. I still can't call Bud a duck from that though. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't believe Keith Thurman asked for $10 million.
Okay.
I don't believe that. And where was the counter offer?
Yeah, that's true. Because that's a detriment more so from Bud's team than actually Bud. Because you know he'll fight anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I thought I knew he would fight
You think so?
anybody.
Okay.
Now I gotta wonder because why is he fighting Cal Brook next? Why?
I mean, I look. I ain't mad at the fight though. Honestly,
Oh, see, no,
I'm
no,
not.
no. See, now I gotta call you out.
Come on,
Just
I'm not.
earlier in our conversation, what did you say about Danny Garcia versus Ellsworth? Oh, is anybody asking for that fight?
Oh, yeah, true. The same
So
thing.
don't tell me you're not mad at this fight.
But I didn't say I was mad at Spence and Danny though. I said nobody was asking for it.
And nobody asking for this one.
Nah, ain't nobody asking for this one. And I was saying nobody's asking for Spencer Danny because I was making my point that we was asking for Tio and Lomachenko. But I mean, I'm with you though. I think, but I think it's more so his team than him though, honestly, because he should be going after these guys, these other guys that's available. I think he should call their bluff. And I do agree. They should have counter offered what Keith was talking about and get him to talk some more sense. But I'm like I said, I'm not mad at the Brook fight because if Brook was at 140, had his last three fights at 147, wouldn't nobody be even tripping about this fight? Wouldn't nobody be
Yeah,
tripping about this fight?
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. What we know is going to happen is that Brooke is going to spend his entire training camp trying to lose weight instead of actually like strategy, getting sharp, staying sharp. When you go into camp to lose weight and to just make weight, and that's really your goal for camp, you're not
Yeah,
going to perform well.
that's true. That's true. I think not having that IBF weight clause though would be a good thing for him because if he could just make 147, have he ever missed weight? I don't remember. I know he struggled a little bit.
No, I don't
Okay,
remember him ever missing weight.
so if he can make 147 and he can just get to a comfortable weight, I think he's gonna be bigger than Bud on fight night. I mean that's a kind of a plus for him because he was bigger than Triple G on fight night. And he gave
He
Triple
was
G
fatter
hell.
than Triple G. Doesn't make him bigger.
He
Just
was
because you
ripped
weigh
up.
more don't mean you bigger.
He won't. He was fat. Where he looked cut up to me. What I missed? I gotta go back and watch that fight.
Just because he weigh more to me don't mean that he's bigger.
Yeah, I mean I got you on that, but he was there. He could have. He was there size wise. He just couldn't handle the power. You know what I'm saying? Because he did get shook with like a left hook in the first round. I was like, yo, this might be over with quick. But then he got set together, throwing straight punches down the middle like he always do. But
Do you think he has any chance against Crawford?
um, he got a decent. I'd say about 30%, 25.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Nah, yeah, I give him a shot because at 147, Keith Thurman. I mean, excuse me. See, you got me thinking about Keith Thurman. At
Yeah,
147,
but should be thinking about Keith Thurman.
I know you're right. You're right. I think Brooke though, he nobody running through him at 47. He make the weight. You know what I'm saying? He been making the weight. Um, and I think he's a tough matchup for Bud because I mean, in a sense, not like all the way, but in a sense, because he throw a lot of straight punches, like I was saying, and Bud can get touched up with some straight punches, especially early when he's trying to figure you out and stuff like that. And I think once Bud figured that out, just like in all his fights, he figured that stuff out, and then he started, chop you up and wear you down. But I think Brooke, you know what I'm saying, he do have a decent shot though. He gonna be competitive until Bud switch
What's
gears.
next for the PBC guys that don't have any fights announced?
Man,
It's a
Jared
lot,
Hurd.
man.
Yeah, it's a lot. Jared Hurd was on my mind today. I was thinking about him and Hogan. I've been putting that out, but I'm not sure though. I'm thinking about Hogan. Um, who else? I think. Damn, if somebody else, I was thinking Tony Harrison. I'm thinking Tony Harrison can do something with J Rock or maybe I don't know, man. I think these guys at 54 is so interchangeable. You never know what can happen. Um,
Speaking
who
of
else?
J Rock,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on his split with Breadman?
I think that their relationship, they had like a close relationship on outside looking in, and I felt like Breadman probably don't want to see this guy getting hurt on his watch, in my opinion.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! You kidding me?
That's what I see. I'm thinking he probably told Julian J Rock, look, man, you can't get hit with these shots. Look, in the fight with Rosario, he came back to the corner. He got hit with a big shot. He said, listen, you need to box. When he got the cut, he said, I need you to box. I need you to, you know what I'm saying, get your feet back, get your rhythm back, and start. What he go back out there and do? He went in there and tried to bang with Rosario and got stopped. So maybe he can't hear Breadman no more. Maybe he not listening
Listen,
to him. You feel me?
I think what really happened is Breadman betrayed J Rock.
Mm,
Breadman was talking a little bit too spicy in public about J Rock.
okay.
And I didn't like that. I thought that was low class, and I knew that they weren't going to be together. To me, Breadman is the Philly version of Abel Sanchez. Like, they both act like they invented boxing. They're the greatest mind in boxing, and if shit go down, it ain't my fault. Did I do that? It's not me. It's the fighter. It's only
Yeah.
the fighter. Has nothing to do with training. Nothing to do with strategy. Nothing like that. It's just the fighter. And I thought that Breadman threw J Rock under the bus one too many times. He
See, I didn't
questioned
know
his
that though.
manhood.
I didn't know
He
that
questioned
though.
his
See,
manhood.
that's new to me. Mm, that's
You
crazy
don't
then.
remember Breadman came out talking about how he was disgusted at J Rock because J Rock turned down the rematch with Rosario. Oh, you can't talk shit about Jared Hurd for doing that, but then you go and do the same thing. I'm disgusted. You need to go get your win back. You got to go do that, bruh.
I ain't remember
You
that,
don't
man.
say that about your fighter.
No, you don't say that because he feeding you too, and it's your job to make sure he's safe as possible. But I
Like
know in
honestly,
that.
if I was J Rock and he would
Uh-huh.
have said that about me, we would have had some maybe a little physical confrontation.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the best thing though. If that guy doing that and he can't get to J Rock no more, it's time to move on. But yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even hear that stuff you talking about, man. It made me want to go watch that shit now.
Yeah, he was talking spicy about J Rock, man. I'm like,
That's,
yo, this Abel Sanchez?
yeah,
Like,
Abel
what is he
Sanchez.
doing?
Abel Sanchez took like 2 L's over the course since we last talked. Cecilia
Yeah.
Burke took an L, and damn Angulo.
Well, my
Angulo.
homeboy, J.R. Bell of the Boxing Source,
Okay.
he calls Abel Sanchez Fable Sanchez.
Abel Sanchez. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like this guy. He's just not a good trainer, and for some reason, people think he is.
Ever since he said black fighters don't sell, he been
Oh yeah, come
he
on,
been he
come
been
on.
magnified. He been magnified, and what he
Hey
do
man, hey, what they said in the color purple? No good gonna come to you till you do right
yeah.
by me. Well, guess what? That's the karma, baby.
Yep, because Gassif got ran through that year. Saucedo, Triple G lost. I mean, he lost damn near every fighter he had took a L. Say it again. What you
Speaking of
say
losing
again?
fighters,
Yeah.
what's going on with Lou DiBella?
I don't know, man. He broke. He can't sustain because he's a small time promoter, and he don't have the relationships with a network. He got a lot of good fighters. He just can't get them no dates. And when he was getting them, like come bring them in as an
Does he
opponent.
still have good fighters?
I mean, he got decent fighters like as opponents now. I mean, Tevin Farmer. I mean, he's still. I would say he's still a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Okay,
what's
who
up
does
with
he
him.
have besides Farmer? He got Baranchik, Farmer. Who else? That's it.
Let me think. I gotta think about it. He got the heavy. He got some good heavyweight prospects. He got the females on lock. You know what I'm saying?
I almost said something real disrespectful just now.
I'm just saying.
Uh,
But he got a lot of fighters that can be opponents, and you can't get them no dates, and you can't get them no TV. You can't. He can't promote in New York City where his bread is butter. So I mean, he got to take a step back. You feel me? He got
do you
Derevchenko for the
think he'll be able to um, prosper once everything goes back to normal?
I think it's gonna be a slow adjustment getting back. What's up, Michael James? I think it'll be an adjustment, but I think slowly he can get back.
Let's talk about another promoter.
Who that?
Uh, Michelle Rodriguez, what was her name? Michelle
Oh, Rosado,
Rosado.
the Raging Babe.
Yes.
Um, to me, she not. I mean, she's a promoter, but I think she's more like a liaison type promoter. If that makes sense,
Okay.
like Like she like if you come to Philly, she can get you. Hey, I can guarantee you, I can get you a couple of opponents for your prospect. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she's like seriously. But I mean, it's cool. I'm not knocking her. She do what she gotta do. She cool. She active on Twitter, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think nothing of her as a promoter because I don't remember really too much that she did.
Okay,
So
that's fair. That's fair. Um, Lukowicz, what's your thoughts
Samson,
on him?
oh Samson, I mean, I'm glad he
Yeah,
made it through
shout
that.
out to Samson. You know,
Yeah,
he just beat cancer.
yeah.
So
Salute to that.
love and light to Samson and his family. Shout out to him. But this is
Yep.
this is boxing talk. So if we got to say something spicy, we're
Yeah.
gonna say it. But we just want
No,
to say shout out to him in good health. But
yeah. No
what
doubt.
are your thoughts on Samson?
I think he's probably the best talent scout in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He can find them anywhere. Um, he probably having like a little tough patch right now because he had the guy Escudero get knocked out on what was it? That was on Showtime.
Oh, Joe
You
George
remember
sent him
that?
to
Yeah,
hell with
that was
that hook
crazy.
from with the uppercut from nowhere.
Right. And then his champion lost his belt on the scale, Benavidez. So um, he got to get back. I think one of his fighters had a good win. I can't remember off top, but I like him though. I think he's a decent promoter too. But he's like I said, he's a small time. He's another type of liaison, but he on a bigger scale. So he bringing prospects over that can fight though. You know what I'm saying? So he actually have a
Now you
stable.
believe
You know what I'm saying?
in his talent evaluation, right?
Yeah, I do.
So why are you not giving his latest find any type of chance to beat Josh Taylor?
Because I don't think he has the skill set to deal with what Josh Taylor gonna bring to the table. I think he's a big puncher that's gonna he can give Taylor some scary moments, but I don't think he can deal with Taylor on the inside. And if Taylor decide to box and use the ring, I don't think he'll be able to do nothing with that. I think Taylor, coming off this high with Regis, I think he's gonna put on a good performance. That's why. But I
All
think
right, who else?
the guy's
What
still
other
good
small
though.
time promoters we got? Huh?
Um, Small time promoters.
We got Zanfer
Demetrius
Promotions. What's going on with
Zam-
them?
Zamford. He got Luis Neri. He got Mangia. All those guys, all the top guys he got are co-promoted. Zapata, he co-promoted. Who else he got? I said Mangia, right? He supposed to fight Tyron Johnson.
Yeah.
Neri fighting next week. Um, do he got Navarrete or not? I think he got Navarrete.
Navarrete.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got.
he does.
So he co-promoted too. What's good, bro? I am Ill Will. What's good? So yeah, I like him. I like Salida. Salida's a small time promoter. Of course, he got Carissa Shields. Um, he had guys fight for the world title. He had a guy fight for a title eliminator. Kama guy. Remember, he fought Stephen Fulton in January, but he lost. He had a cruiserweight fight. What's his name? Gardemarian, the WBA
Hmm.
champion. So I mean, he's decent. He's a decent small time promoter. He was working with Big Baby too, but Big Baby then blew his opportunity. So who else? Small promoters we got out there. Uh, shoot. I don't know. Tom Brown, a small promoter, but he got PBC though, so he
No, no,
good.
no, no. Tom
He
Brown is the promoter in boxing.
good.
He is
He's
the
straight.
promoter in boxing. Shout out to Tom Brown.
Tom Brown, yeah. Who else though?
He
Small
eating.
promoters.
That should have been Lou DiBella if he'd have played his cards right.
I know, right? I know. I think Lou DiBella, man, he meant. See, I hear people say that Wilder did him dirty. Nah, bro. That dude
No.
was talking. He was talking crazy in the media, and then he thought something was real when it wasn't. He don't do the deals. He only do the fights for Wilder in certain venues. Like you're not the guys making. You're not the guy making the call. I like Lou though. I fuck with Lou, but
Yeah, I like Lou also.
he's not. He's not in. Like he said that meeting. He brokered that meeting, but he didn't know what was going on. You feel me? So hey, he
Well,
had to
here's the
part
thing.
ways.
He brokered a meeting without Al Heyman and
Mm,
Shelley Finkel.
mm.
Remember? And then
Yeah, yeah.
when they found out about it, that's when they got in on the meeting. He put Wilder on the phone with John Skipper without going through the proper channels, which is
Mm.
why I think they kicked him to the curb.
See, there you go.
But
He's
if you
trying to make
think about it, Lou DiBella, he had Regis Prograis,
it. Hmm.
he had Tevin Farmer. Why were they not fighting on PBC shows when PBC got a lot of work for them? Why
Yeah,
did his fighter, Tevin Farmer, turn down $2 million to fight Tank Davis?
right.
You
I
know, it's
think
like
yeah, he got big headed.
like PBC was they had you as the guy. You were making your cut on all these events on the East Coast. Why
Right.
would you not play ball and bring the fighters that you actually have over to PBC?
That's crazy. Um, I think it started with the Deontay Wilder stuff. When once he got out the off that team and got separated from that, then they stopped messing with him because he was
Yeah,
supplying a
I
lot of the
honestly
fighters.
I think what happened is Lou thought he was gonna get his own deal with the zone and not
Mm,
have to go through Eddie no more. And he tried to pull a Oscar de la Hoya and deliver Wilder the same way Oscar delivered Canelo in order
mhm.
to get the Golden Boy deal.
Yep, and they came in that meeting correct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They had the zone apologizing. Ain't nobody talking about that. They just say he turned down 120. It's a reason why he did that. And he, you know what I'm saying? Man, that shit is crazy. But I mean, Lou, I don't know if what he going I think his best I think what he should do, you said it earlier about Eddie Hearn. He should focus on the females. I think
yeah.
he can find a niche. Because he
Well,
got he
his
got a
female
lot of
fighters are mad at him too.
I know. He got Raquel Miller. He got Hannah Gabriels, Serrano, Hardy.
Serrano was pissed at him.
Yeah, yeah, because he didn't step up. He didn't step up. He just allowed Eddie to do whatever, and then now she know how Eddie do. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
the one a big fight. But,
Now, damn, there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Carl Frampton,
mhm.
suing Barry McQuiggin. Have you been
Yeah,
following that court case?
I read about something about the judge was asking about the Callahan dude and why he's what I'm saying he's
Yeah.
managing you whatnot like that. Yeah, what you got on that?
So Carl Frampton claimed that McQuiggin basically stole $6 million from him, right?
Ooh, yeah.
But when Frampton got to court and they asked him how much money, he said he didn't know.
Mm,
So you're suing this guy for $6 million, but you weren't sure how much money you claim you were missing. And then he revealed that even though his purse said he was getting 500K, he
hmm.
really got 1.5 million. He's showing himself to be dishonest and a liar, and I'm
Okay.
starting to think that he's fucking it up for everybody in America because we all know what they report as the purse ain't always really the purse.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But now he revealing that shit in court. He fucking it up for everybody, man.
Yeah. Because the purse is just for the athletic commission. So if something
Yeah.
happened, they can find it, but they don't take your other. Yeah, I got
So he fucking it up.
you.
And
Yeah.
why is everybody okay with Daniel Kinahan in boxing?
Yeah. I don't know, but it's because he helping his fighters. But me, I mean, I think it's crazy, man. If you allowing this guy to broker deals and you know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying. But boxing
Yeah.
always been crazy like that. If they gonna
Sounds about
allow it,
right. I mean, sounds about right. My bad.
no, you said it right the first time. They allow it though. once you allow somebody to get away with some crazy shit, that becomes the standard. That's what we doing now. So if you
Yeah,
allow him to get away with it, then that's what it is. And then when you try to make it right, now you end up being wrong. You feel me? So yeah, man, because that dude is. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes that nobody know, and it
you
comes to
don't
light.
remember that weigh-in that
Crazy.
got shot up?
Yeah, I remember that. That was in was it in Ireland or was it? Who was it at?
Yeah,
It was in Ireland.
that was
Okay.
one of his
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, I remember this at the weigh-in. A dude was getting off the scale, and they just started bucking up in there. That shit, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You
Damn.
trying to dodge bullets in your drawers? Come on, man.
Nah, nah, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. See, nah, he shouldn't even be in the sport. He behind that. Nah, but
Yeah, he should not be in the sport. He's killed a lot of people. He's ruined a lot of families. He needs to be in jail, not in boxing.
yeah,
And everyone seems to be okay with it, but they made it seem like Al Heyman was this horrible criminal
I know, right?
that was violating everything.
Yeah. Man, it seems like when you go to Al, you get everything right. Your portfolio get right. You know what I'm saying? You know how to he teach you some type of business thing. Because every PBC fighter that I can think of, they doing something on the side to make money. I don't
Yep.
know. You know what I'm
The
saying?
only PBC fighter I could remember really talking bad about Heyman was Vanis Martirosyan.
Hmm.
And then he left Al Heyman for Don King,
Hmm.
and he ain't get paid. And he had one fight in 4 years.
And he wanted to
Dumbass.
come back.
Then after he didn't get paid, he want to apologize to Heyman.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yep.
you good, bruh. You good, bruh.
Hmm. I remember that. Look, Paulie was talking shit about him after the AB fight. And next thing you
Hmm.
know, he signed with him and fight Zab. Like, you know what I'm saying? He
Yep,
changing lives everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He put these guys in position. Even these little side announcing gigs these fighters be having,
yep,
man. Like, he had Deontay Wilder calling commentary for a Kanaki fight. Man, he was trash. Love Wilder, but on the commentary, he was trash. You know what I'm saying? That's a bag though. That's a bag. He getting these fighters a bag when they ain't doing nothing but just talking boxing. You feel me? Ain't a lot of people doing that. You know what
I
I'm saying?
respect it, man. Salute to Al Heyman. I don't listen. To me, Al Heyman is Teflon. All right. I don't want to hear no Al Heyman slander. Al Heyman has changed a lot of lives, and he's put the boxers back as the stars in boxing.
My bad. I had to go on mute real quick. Yeah, you said you don't want to hear no Al Hammond slander. None of that shit.
Yep, that's my guy.
Yeah, I like Al. I think he take care of the fighters though, and he make them smart. I mean, sometimes it can come off like it's not good for boxing because you're not gonna get the best fight. But you put these guys in position to be able to take care of their
But
family though.
I hate when people say that. The only reason why people say we're not getting the best fight is because the media complains about it and convince fans that this is not a fight worth seeing. When a lot of times these fights are really damn good fights.
What about the Peter Quillen situation back in the day, the WBO? What happened with that? Like I
Refresh my
felt like
memory.
um Korobov was his mandatory, and he didn't want to do business with what's his name? The Rock Nation had came into boxing. They had gave him like 1.4 or something like that to
Yeah.
stage the fight. And then Al Heyman, he basically he advised Quillen not to take the fight. So Quillen, he ended up getting stripped, and then he go make a movie. What's that? Bleed Off? Was that Vinny Paz movie? He played Roger Mayweather. I think he made like 600, 700K, but he gave up his belt. You know what I'm saying? Instead of fighting them, fighting your mandatory, and that
Let
was
me ask
from
you a
Al
question.
on that. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. How did Rock Nation do in boxing?
Oh, they trash.
Uh,
They
so
trash.
so
No,
so
no,
I
I'm,
guess
I'm with
Heyman might have known a little something. See, this is what people um fail to realize Heyman is always long-term planning.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
So
I agree
sometimes you
with that.
might not like the move in the moment, but
Yeah.
at least there is a roadmap for every. I feel like he has a roadmap for every fighter.
But I feel like yeah, that's true, and I agree with that. But I feel like that kind of messed up the momentum of Kid Chocolate career because after that he had a life and death with Andy Lee. Andy Lee ain't no slouch, but I had Quillen pick to win that fight. And then after that he fight Danny Jacobs. I think Zarafa was in there. He ran through him, but when he fought Danny Jacobs, that's basically was the end of his career. He couldn't beat Angulo that we just saw fight the other week, and that was the same Angulo that fought him, and he couldn't do nothing with Angulo, and that just tells you, what I'm saying, where he at in his career. You feel
Well,
me?
was
So
Peter Quillen first of all ever that good?
I thought he was decent.
Also,
I thought he was decent at the time, top five middleweight at the time, at
yeah,
least.
but how much of that was PED enhanced?
Oh, see, I
Because
see. You tell me something
people
new then.
forget. I don't forget anything. People
Okay.
forget Peter Quillen. Wasn't he the guy that was in Facebook Messenger trying to buy PEDs from somebody and they exposed them all of a sudden
See,
and
I
then
ain't
he
know that.
disappeared.
I ain't know that one. Oh,
Yeah, so to
see?
me, I think he did exactly what he was supposed to do in boxing.
Okay. I ain't even know nothing about that. That's crazy to me. See? Now I want to go figure that out now. I'm still learning too. No
Yeah,
matter how much
listen, man.
how much knowledge I drop, I'm still learning.
Now let me ask you about yourself. Are you only on boxing Twitter or are you in Facebook boxing groups?
Nah, I used to be on Facebook boxing groups, man, but nah, I stopped doing that. I like boxing Twitter more. I like it because it's more instantaneous to me. You feel me? So I just rock with boxing Twitter.
What boxing groups were you in before?
I think I was in CJ's, CJ Goodfellas one time.
What group
I
is
was
his?
I forgot, man. Cause I don't be. That's how much I don't be on there. I was on another one. I can't remember. But I'm not, like I said, if I'm not really focused on it and I don't give it no energy, I just leave it alone. But the boxing Twitter, it's just everything is instant. You know what I'm saying? And then you
Yeah.
can you can say what you gotta say, and then somebody gonna see it, and then somebody gonna respond. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think it's better. Sometimes on that Facebook junk, they probably don't hit you back to like a day later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've actually began moving from Facebook to boxing Twitter,
Yeah.
which is why I just started popping up on boxing Twitter in the last year. Because I've been heavy in Facebook groups
Mm,
over the last 3 to 4 years. But then I discovered boxing Twitter and I'm kind of moving away from the groups.
yeah. It's like on fight night, yo, boxing Twitter be lit. It should be lit. And then
Definitely, especially when it's a big fight. When
yeah.
Dillian White got knocked out, I think
Oh yeah.
I felt like we all went to the after party.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it was dormant YouTube channels that was dormant for like 6, 7 months. As soon as he got knocked out, they coming out of retirement making videos. Yeah, that
Hey,
was crazy.
listen, man. No, like I say, nobody brings boxing Twitter together quite like Dillian White,
Right.
because
He
nobody
did.
can't stand that motherfucker.
Yeah, man. And it's like he like I want to give him the credit as a fighter, but then he'll say something stupid. Then I just overlook all that shit, man. He's so
Yeah,
delusional.
I can't stand him. I
He's
can't
so
stand him.
delusional, bro. And he a
Chatty
hater.
Patty too. I can't stand him.
I know
Always
one
got something to say about somebody. He accusing Joshua of taking PEDs, yet he the one that get busted for taking PEDs.
right,
Oh, you're laughing at Deontay Wilder because he got beat by Tyson Fury. Then you go and get your ass knocked the fuck out.
right.
Now what? Now what? It all comes back to him, man.
hmm And then the glove situation. I heard about
Yep.
Povetkin was checking his gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, bro, that shit ain't gonna fly. You know what I'm saying? See, it all comes back, bro. But he
Well,
did.
I can't wait for him to get knocked out again.
I know it's over then. He get knocked
Yeah.
out this time. It's over. There's nothing Eddie can do. And
Yep.
Eddie actually, I think he actually doing him a disservice though, because you
Yeah.
bring this guy back in after having a traumatic, what I'm saying, situation, and it's not even what it's 3 months, damn near to the date. He gonna be back in the ring against the same guy that stopped him. I just hope
But not
Povetkin.
only that,
Yeah,
by having the fight so soon, you're only helping Povetkin because you should want Povetkin to age a little bit more.
mhm. He just turned
Instead,
41.
you have Povetkin staying sharp.
Yep. And Povetkin, I think he gonna start off fast. Like I think
Of course.
not he gonna yeah, he should, right? But I think man, he get him up out of there again sooner. Bye bye Dylan White, bro. It's over.
I can't wait. Oh,
It's
I
over.
love this song. Oh, I can't wait.
Man. Cause man, he I know I heard somebody was like, man, why y'all giving Dylan White a hard time? Nah, bro, he deserve it. He deserve it. Just like we give everybody a hard time and they give a
Yep.
trash performance.
I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody. All enemies of the bomb squad shall have no good come to them.
Right. Man, I can't wait, man. I like you see that shit with Malik Scott, that fake account, and then somebody had a fake Frank Warren account talking about he talked to Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder was like, nah, I don't want the
Yeah.
fight. And then I think it was Sunday, they said some fake account talking about Malik Scott. Um, you know what I'm saying? He got kicked out of the team. Man, I hit up Malik Scott behind the scenes. I was like, yo, what happened? He was like, man, that shit fake. He said he told me, he said humans gonna be humans, and that's it. Left it at that. I was like,
Well,
all right,
I know who was behind the hoax. It
that,
was the fake Boxing Kingdom page,
yeah,
the one that spelled wrong.
yeah.
What they did was they changed their Twitter handle briefly to match Malik Scott's, and then they posted it, and then they deleted it and changed their Twitter handle back to that Boxing Kingdom.
Mm.
So when you followed the actual tweet, it took you to Boxing Kingdom.
Yeah, yeah, because I retweeted it and it had Malik King Scott. I mean, it had an underscore. So I
Yeah.
was then when I hit him up and he was like, "That wasn't me." And I went back to the tweet to try to get it, and it said Boxing Kingdom 14 or something like that. I'm like,
Yep.
"Yo, they wildin', they wildin'."
Yep.
Anything to get this man to talk. Let the man
Yeah.
be. He gonna talk. He gonna come out soon enough. We already know the fight. Well, we got a good indication the fight gonna happen December 19th. I'm trying to be in the building for that. Real.
People are desperate to see Wilder not take this fight.
Hmm. Because okay, if he do like they want him to do, they still gonna kill him. If he quiet, they gonna kill him. If he talking, they gonna you know what I'm saying? It's a lose lose. Because if he say, man, you know what, I'm gonna sit this one out. Go ahead, do y'all thing. Let me get the winner. Then they gonna be like, oh, you a coward, you this and that. But they calling for him to do that. You feel me? So man, they never gonna be satisfied. So just as long as you happy and comfortable, that's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's all he
Yep.
can do.
Last thing
Yeah.
before we end this,
Okay.
um, the Showtime card this weekend,
Okay.
Gausha versus Lubin.
Mm.
Um, is Erickson Lubin all the way back from being sent to hell by Charlo, or is Gausha gonna be able to get the victory?
No, I think Lubin is back. I like the connection with him and Coach Cunningham. I think that's a perfect fit for him. I think Goucher can do some things in the ring, but I think he's a little bit too basic for my man. I think Lubin I think he's gonna be able to style on him. I don't think he's gonna stop him, but I think he's gonna outclass him, outbox him. You know what I'm saying? I like Lubin.
I appreciate you for having me, man.
Yes,
We
sir,
gotta do
bro.
this again, bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime, bro. It's all love too. All love. All right, man. I appreciate everybody rocking with me, man. We had to talk about this boxing and get some things ironed out, but it's all love. Like I said, if anybody's still in the building, Sure, I got another 15 minutes if y'all want. If y'all got any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop them if you're still in the building. If you're not, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to talk about some more schedules, some fight schedules. So I'm gonna run down some schedules. If y'all still here, and I'm saying maybe I can refresh y'all memory so y'all can check these out. So the next fight that well, it's a small. Some of these cards are small, some of them are big. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to check them out. But the next one, what we got this weekend, we got Lubin and Goucher. We got Boots versus Abregu, and we got Tug versus Kobe Breedy. That's gonna be on Showtime. So make sure you check that out. ESPN Plus, you got Jose Pedraza versus Molina, Javier Molina, and then Fa Ajaba is making his top ranked debut. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I check that out. Then after that, you got an FS1 card. You know what I'm saying? You got some decent fighters on some prospects on the card. Nesta Bravo versus Jose Gallegos. You know what I'm saying? So I be on all these shits. I be trying to watch all this. But next week, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. The 26th is gonna be crazy, but the 25th, you got Tony Yoka, heavyweight prospect versus Johan Duhaupas. Remember him for fighting Deontay Wilder back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So I think they supposed to show that on ESPN Plus. I'm not sure. Tony Yoko's supposed to be signed with Top Rank, but I'm not. I don't know what's going on with him. But that's a good fight for him. That's a good experienced opponent. And then we talked about Doricos versus Breeders next week, the 26th. That's gonna be crazy. The Charlo card, everybody know about that. Josh Taylor. On Josh Taylor's card, you got Charlie Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Former world champion. He moving up 2 weight classes, going campaign at bantamweight. He won his title at 122. And then after he had that situation with JC Martinez, when he got hit when he was down, he just decided to, you know what I'm saying, to vacate and move on up. So you know what I'm saying, check out that. Make sure you check that out. That's gonna be on ESPN Plus. Um what else we got? October 3rd, Barancha versus Zepeda. That's gonna be a good fight. ESPN again. ESPN probably got the best schedule for real, for real. They got a good schedule coming up, especially October. So Barancha versus Zepeda, that's a fun little matchup, style matchup. You know what I'm saying? 140 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Get them in line for a world title. Um October 4th, I talked about this earlier, but the zone Matchroom, they got a card with Joshua Waxy coming back. Chantel Cameron, she's fighting for her first world title. You know what I'm saying? So the ninth, you got uh, Emmanuel Navarrete versus Ruben Villa for the vacant WO title at 126. That's a good ass fight right there. Good fight, good style matchup. Navarrete coming forward, throwing awkward angles, switching southpaw to righty. Then you got Villa. He's a classic, counter punching boxer, stay in the pocket, can box. He's not a big puncher, but you know what I'm saying, he got some good combinations, he got some good work. You feel me? What's that? October the 10th, you got Liam Williams coming back. He's like number 2 for in the WBO rankings for Andrade. He's fighting the guy Andrew Robinson. You know what I'm saying? That's a BT Sports card. That should be on ESPN Plus. Last week they had Yard, but he didn't fight on ESPN Plus, but they had his fight on YouTube. So if you miss Anthony Yard, that fight's on YouTube. And then that same day you got Sergey. Then I forgot to ask my man about this, but I want to talk to him about this. But Lipinex versus Cajatilo. That's the IBF interim title for Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Xavier Martinez, a TMT fighter. He's facing Claudio Marrero. That should be a good fight. That's at 130 pounds. And Malik Hawkins versus Sebrio Matisse. Yeah, that's a decent card right there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That's almost under the radar right there. hmm Yeah, what I just want to talk about the Lipinex, the IBF situation. Um, They got Porter number 2, and I heard Porter. He was talking about. Well, I heard his pops. He said that they want the Bud fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good look because I want to see that Bud fight too. Bud versus Porter. That's a damn good fight. And but then Sean Porter came on and said that Al Heyman promised him the Spence Danny winner. So me looking at it, I don't really think that's like realistic next, in my opinion. I think Porter gonna get the winner between Lipinets and this guy right here, the Mandatory, IBF Mandatory. Just looking at it, because Spence, he's about to take care of a Mandatory with Danny. So if he win that, he got another year, right? Then I was just checking out the IBF rankings and the rules and situations like that. Um, Spence can put in an exception, you know what I'm saying, to fight a bigger fight or unify and allow Lipinets, he can defend. Let's say Lipinets win, he can defend that interim title, the IBF interim title. He can defend it while Spence can go take care of business. That's why I'm thinking like when Spence get if he get past Danny and he can't get Pacquiao, I think that's a quicker way to get the Bud fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Porter, he's really he's the mandatory for the WBC, but that should not it's not gonna be called for like another year. So I doubt if he get that fight with Spence like next. So that should kind of open up some things. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why I feel like Lipinets, if he win, he gonna fight Porter. Because there's a reason why Porter won the IBF eliminator for the number 2 spot. The IBF rarely ranks somebody at number 2. You know what I'm saying? They rarely do that. That's kind of weird. So if you number 2, you definitely gonna get an opportunity, and it's a interim title. So and when I read that in the rules, the IBF rules, I'm like, oh, okay. So that would give Spence the opportunity to go pursue a unification. If he can't get Pacquiao, then it should be Bud. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be no barriers around that. And then, excuse me, Porter, he can go fight Lipinets, if he win, and that makes sense too because it still keeps him in position. So then Porter can be the interim champion at the IBF, and then if Porter and let's say Spence become undisputed, more likely he gonna move up, and then Porter just move into that spot. You feel me? So that's why I feel like Porter gonna fight the winner of Lipinets and this guy Quadratilo. I could be wrong. I know um, Porter is number 1 in the WBO. He's not the mandatory. He's number 1. So that fight can be called too, which I'm with that shit too. I'm with all that. I'm with all that. Like Bud, he's one of my favorite fighters, but I'm not the one to say, nah, man, avoid that, fight him. Nah, just go after him. Nah, I want him to fight all them guys: Danny, Keith, Sean, Ugas. You know what I'm saying? If Virgil Ortiz and Boost Ennis feel like they worthy, fight them too. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I want the Bud Spence fight though. I think that's the biggest fight that can be made in boxing right now. So I want all the barriers to be cleared. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think you gotta really build that up no more. I think it's built. And if Pacquiao, he's the key too. If Pacquiao don't want to unify with either Bud or Spence, if he want to chill for a second, and that's one domino. So let's say they can't get the Pacquiao fight, and then if the IBF uh don't enforce the mandatory, and then allow Porter and Lipinets winner allow them guys to fight, then it clears the way for Spence and Bud. So that's why I be saying, man, I be asking, yo, how can we get this fight? What gotta happen in the welterweight division? You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like we shouldn't avoid this. I think, yeah, we want to get the biggest fight. We shouldn't avoid talking about it. We shouldn't avoid trying to get to it. Now, if it don't happen, whatever, he got to go this route. He got to fight this mandatory. That's cool. I understand. But we always should try to figure out how we can navigate this shit. What got to happen? That's what I do. Maybe I be on my own level, but I want to know, like, if this happened, then we can get this fight. Because that's what we hear for boxing fans. We here for the big fights. You know what I'm saying? And Spencer Bud, I don't know why nobody would want that fight. Regardless of how you feel about one fight or the other, that's a bum ass fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fight I want. But yeah, that's my welterweight breakdown. And I hope shit, I be hoping that shit happen like that. And to me, it's logic. I mean, it's logic. If anybody try to debunk that, I would like to hear that because I want to know, how why Spence become mandatory. I mean, win two eliminators against a guy really nobody ever heard of. You know what I'm saying? So I want the best for the welterweight division. I feel like they should be fight. Everybody should fight each other, and for the most part, the PPC guys has been fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Throw Bud in there. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody get involved. And and it's not just the PBC has to let Bud in. Bud and his team have to let their self in the door too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just one sided, it's both sides. You feel me? So yeah, man. That should make the division, it made boxing crazy when we know we can get these big fights like that. And we can always talk about it. It's another card that just got I don't know if it's announced fully, but it's talked about, man. And this at 115 and 112. You got Juan Francisco Estrada versus Carlos Cuadras. That's part two. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? 118 pounds for WBC. Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito versus Israel Gonzalez. Um, that's a good little title defense for Chocolatito. Israel Gonzalez is gonna come to fight. I think he challenged for the world title a couple times, came up short, but that's a good little fight for Chocolatito. You know what I'm saying? And then Juan Cesar Martinez versus Max Flores. So the three exciting fighters, you know what I'm saying, on the same card, triple hitter, that puts me on the zone. And we're supposed to be waiting for what's going to happen with Devin Haney and the Garrett Russell situation. Now everybody that did their part and they got to where it's supposed to be at. Now we're just waiting on these guys to either sign a contract or move on. You know what I'm saying? Um, Me myself personally, I want this fight. I was calling for this fight. You know what I'm saying? When nobody thought that this fight could happen. When they say what's next for this guy, with this guy, I said, look, it should be Haney versus Garrett Russell. Because if you look at their divisions, none of those guys got any smoke per se in their division. And that's true. If you look at it, everybody's busy in their respective division, 126 and 135. So why not fight each other? You facing the the longest reigning American champion in boxing. I gotta make sure I clarify myself because Gary Russell is not the longest reigning champion in boxing. That's good promotion. But he is the longest reigning black American fighter in boxing. So I think that sounds better than the longest reigning champion in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's actual facts. So I just want to throw that out there. But going against Devin Haney, the youngest champion, you know what I'm saying? And it's just to me, it's a perfect fight to me. You know what I'm saying? And the promotion been done. You know what I'm saying? It's set in stone. Now it's time to put pen to paper or move on. Even if these guys move on, they still can fight down the road and probably make more money than what they talking about making now. You know what I'm saying? Because if Gary go down the Fortuna route, that put him in line to be Devin's mandatory anyway. Because even if um Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell fighting for the WBC interim. You know what I'm saying? Fortuna has something over them. They got something that they don't have. He actually won a WBC title eliminator when he beat Jesus Cuellar last year. You know what I'm saying? So he should actually be the mandatory real talk. And he's the number one guy in the division. I mean at WBC. So it puts Gary in line if he fight him to fight Devin anyway at bigger stakes and be a bigger fight. Now it's a big fight now because the fans made that fight and a lot of people put a lot of effort into that. No doubt about that. So I'm not saying it shouldn't happen now. But I understand is if it don't happen now. I understand Haney Gamboa. When I first heard Haney Gamboa, I was like, man, hell no. But now I understand it because I mean, you look at who he gonna fight. That's why Devin Haney want the Gary Russell fight. I think he'd rather fight Gary Russell than Gamboa. But it is what it is because if we look at the lightweight rankings and who in the division, who he gonna fight? y'all not gonna give him credit for Comey. Comey just got smoked in 2 rounds. Terry Flanagan is a good fighter, but nobody know him but really hardcore fans. He a former world champion. Who else? Tego. I mean, that's a good fight, but Tego trying to go down the WO route. He's like one step closer for mandatory for that sanctioned body. Who else at lightweight that he can fight that's not busy? Linares, I mean, how he feeling about COVID-19? He straight? He gonna be able to make that? You know what I'm saying? And then he with Goldenwood now, like so. I ain't mad at the Gamboa fight when you look at everything. At first notice, you be like, nah, Gamboa old as hell, coming off of Achilles, on some Dominic Wilkins shit. He can't dunk no more. So what he gonna do with Devin? He gonna be a sitting duck, right? But you know, who else Devin gonna fight in that division? So yeah, I ain't really mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this Wilder and Fury situation because I'm gonna be in the building once again because I felt like I mean being there, yo, at the Fury fight, it was like them dudes took over Vegas. I ain't gonna go in front. Them UK dudes, the UK fans, they took over Vegas, bro. It was booing the champ. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. And then I'm looking around. I'm like, I know you're American. He cheering for, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like a slap in the face, bro. They weren't showing the American champion no love. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this time, I know we got this whole situation, it's COVID shit, so we can't be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like it was, but damn, we gotta support dude. We gotta send that good energy to Wilder, yo. If you're a fan of him, if you're not, it's okay. It is what it is. But if we support him like you say, I mean, damn. We gotta if you can't come out, you gotta make sure you got the energy right for him when you watch it. You know what I'm saying? Because they trying to take this dude down. You know what I'm saying? And us as a black man, a brother and shit, it's like that should go against everything we rock with. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They're making up these fake pages and calling him this and he depressed and all this other type of shit. Dude ain't said nothing. They they going at his team, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So all I'm saying is gear up. If y'all Wilder fans, gear up. I'm a Wilder fan. I rock with Wilder. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I've been rocking with Wilder for a minute, like long time. Like when he was fighting, coming out the Olympics and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like once he started to get his steam, a lot of people started hating on him for no reason. Because if you look at a fighter like him, it's like how you can't like him. He go in there do what he say. He say, "Look, I'm gonna go knock you out. I'm gonna beat your ass." All that shit, right? He carry himself like a fighter. Yeah, the liquor spot. uh, he carry himself like a fighter. You feel me? Um, he do what he gotta do. He take care of his all that shit, and they gotta find something wrong with him. Or, you know what I'm saying? He's not the perfect fighter. He's not the basic 1, 2, 3 fighter. But if anybody can master your skill set, you know what I'm saying? You're a monster. You got if you uh you know what I'm saying, put this in like a basketball terms or any other sport. You got guys in basketball, all they do is shoot 3 pointers. They stay in the corner and just shoot threes. My man PJ Tucker, he's like he'll make 10 in a row in the corner. But you tell him to go lead a team, he can't do that. You tell him to run a play, he can't do that, right? But he making this money. Dennis Rodman, all he do is rebounds, get rebounds, play defense. He ain't posting up. You ain't gonna ask Dennis Rodman, yo, I'm gonna throw you the ball in the post. I need you to give me 25. That's not his skill set. But he mastered his skill set to become a Hall of Famer. Same shit Wilder doing. If he know he blessed with something, why not uh use it to the best of your ability? The right hand. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But if he hit your ass right, it's gonna be perfect. It's not a perfect fighter. but there is no one like him. Exactly. There's no one like him. Like, I was a believer of him. I remember coming up, they was like, oh, he gonna get knocked out. Every time he stepped up, he gonna get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Malik Scott, he's my guy. When he fought Malik Scott, I was like, Malik Scott gonna beat Wilder. He beat him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think people don't understand that this guy got a gift. I had to see it up close when I went to the Ortiz fight, the second one. I'm looking like, man, what the hell? He losing. I'm like, yo, wait, come on, bro, come on, come on. And he was calm as hell. And everything he said, like the build up of the fight, it was like all it takes is one punch. It takes me 2 seconds. And I said, you gotta be perfect for 36 minutes. I just gotta be perfect for 2 seconds. And that shit came true. So a person like me that like boxing and a fan of a fighter, when he do what he say in the fashion that he did it, man, that shit. Look, what what you want? What else do you want, bro? So that's why you know what I'm saying. I'm a believer for real, and I was disappointed that he lost against Fury because I was expecting him to pull the cat out the hat again. You feel me? But when you look at all the circumstances, I'm like, okay, damn, they did that to him. All right, bro, bet. All right, now we gotta come back stronger. What else we gonna do? We're gonna keep crying about it? No, we gotta get geared up for the third fight because you get the energy from the fans for real. That's why it's important. Sometimes it's important for fans to come to the fights because if a fighter have a connection with the fans, he can feed off that energy. He can feed off that energy. That's just like if you play basketball or football, whatever sport. Some players, like I know when I played ball in high school, we had some people on the team. They wasn't as good as the starters, but at home they played good. Their energy, they got their friends and family, so they out there killing. You know what I'm saying? But we go on the road, man, they end up playing like some trash. You know what I'm saying? I like playing on the road myself because I like to see the other crowd. I like to see them their face after we give them that work. But everybody different. But majority of the time, uh, the fans is like if he connected with his fans, they fight better. You know what I'm saying? Jose Ramirez just talked about that. He said it was weird fighting in the bubble. He used to fight in front of 12, 14,000 in Fresno. You know what I'm saying? So he got a connection with his community, with the people. So when they come watch him fight, he gravitate to that. So if he having a tough situation in the ring, he can feed off that shit, and then he can come through it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say, man, keep the positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Support your fighter. That's what boxing is about. That's what being a fan is about. Support them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is right. And so when you get in the ring, he do what he gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That shit does translate. Energy, that shit transfer for real. I'm a witness of that shit though. 100%. So yeah, we've been cooking for like almost 3 hours, man. This might be my longest live stream ever. You know what I'm saying? Broken record. But I appreciate the support. Everybody coming through. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I be talking about this boxing and I'm passionate about it. My man came through, Matt came through. We touched down on some topics and whatnot. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the playback, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that energy real. No doubt. But I hope y'all guys enjoyed it, man. I'm gonna keep dropping some content, man. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Like the video, comment. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear from you guys, and it's all love. So I hope y'all have a good one, and I'm out.